best thing ever, though? Ghost is like Nine Inch Nails, man. I can go back to them literally at any time and enjoy the music all the fucking time. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the classiest place on earth, and I hope you're doing fucking fine on this bisexual Saturday. Apparently it's Bi-Awareness Day. I retweeted a tweet by Peachy Pixelate that I thought was extremely poignant for the day, and I wanted to read it real quick. PSA: not greedy, not incapable of monogamy, not on our way to coming out as gay. Happy Bi Visibility Day. That made me really happy because damn, it's like shit you just want to say all the time. Cause like, the gays hate us still. I don't fucking get it. We're just like, we don't care. We're selfish, or we're experimenting, or it's a phase, or blah 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 blah. Not just like I love. I don't know. Fuck me, right? Dude, so Queen Freak, no shit. I've been told that it's like a spectrum. So like there's pan and there's bi and then there's another, it's like demisexual or something like that. But essentially it's like you don't consider the gender before everything else. Whereas like most people when they like straight people, no shade, but straight people, it's like they very specifically know what genitals will please them. I guess. What up, Cal? How are you? I'm not confused and I'm not selfish. And I'm still bi even though I'm in a cis heterosexual relationship currently. That is the one that kills me the most. My family thinks Zach healed my gayness or something. That's my favorite. Bio-awareness, well, bang. No shit, Queen, you've never heard that? You've never heard that? Oh, yeah. You're not, if you manage to maintain a male-female relationship, you're not bi. I don't get it. Healed, yeah. Like, because I'm in a monogamous relationship with a man, I'm no longer bi. Like, that's literally, it's so bizarre. The mentality of it is so bizarre. Y'all know you count. Oh my God, you applied for a job 5 hours ago and one plane right away? Wait, what? To the job? Listen, my hubs and I are both bi-pan. We get told we don't count anymore. I mean, it's like, I've never been told to my face by a member of the LGBTQ plus community that I don't count. However, you don't see bisexual parades and you don't see bi floats at gay pride and shit like that. It's kind of like we hide a little bit, I think. We're either gay or straight, depending on who we're in a relationship with, but because it's just like it's outside perception of us, you know? Oh, you applied for a job in Germany? Fuck yeah. There's also being gay as a choice. I could choose to be gay. I just don't want to. Oh my God. The choice thing though. There's no sense in it. Like, what? What? It hurts my sensibilities to even consider that. Or the opposite. If you're in a same-sex relationship, then you're trying to pretend you're not gay. Yep. It's either way. It's just like bisexual lighting is clearly superior, though. I mean, bitches. Good morning, mate. It reminds me of the hate against polyamory. It's not greedy. Nearly everyone is polyamorous in one form or another, but the perspective is that poly means only romantic love, and loving multiple people romantically is ick because the mononormativity. I do not understand hate towards a relationship you're not involved in. Regardless of what shape or size or form that relationship comes in. Am I totally off base on that? Like, you're not in bed with them. Why the fuck your opinion doesn't matter? Like, I know lots of extremely happy polyamorous people in multiple relationships. Like, I think people that hate on us as a grander group of the queers, they just cannot find their own form of happy. So they've got to find, like, they see us happy and they've got to attack it. I think it's like us, like they have no sense of themselves and they cannot stand that we figured ourselves out. Good morning, Miri. Thank you. I'm very rainbow today. I realized I kind of look like that zebra gum puke. But it got kind of chilly here. But their god will be unhappy, or rather their imaginary friend in the sky will be. I haven't met their imaginary friend in the sky, but he seems like a douche. Nope, that's not how they're raised to be. They have to be involved in other people's lives because their own sucks. I'm so glad I grew up in the middle of fuck nowhere with no neighbors because I feel like that inherently trained me to not give a fuck about anybody else's business. Like, if there's no one around to care about their business, then you just learn to fucking figure your own shit out. I think it's projection, 100%, yeah. Good morning, Knives. But Katie, why should people pervert the relationship between a man and a woman as stated by the man in the sky, Santa? I know, right? Dude, I mean, you would think that if there was an imaginary god in the sky, he would be thrilled at all the ladies I've made come. I figured out your blueprint, God. You're welcome. Cheers. People think that your sexual orientation is a choice, must also think that being stupid is a choice. You know what's a choice? Passing a law that allows strange adults to examine the genitals of children 8 years old and older in order for them to play sports. That's a choice someone made. Pedophilia. To me, it just seems like people want life to be simple and straightforward. Oh, you're dating a man now? You're no longer gay. They do. I mean, Zakarian, I think it really comes down to people, like humans as a species, we love when things are easy to understand and categorized and split up into nice, friendly little bundles, but it's not real. And that's the sad part. It's like these people go their entire life like struggling and trying to cultivate this fake reality that makes them comfortable, but it's not fucking real. It seems like a lot of effort. I'm surviving a hurricane. Oh shit, is it terrible there? I didn't even hear about it. Thank you, migrants. I mean, seriously, like, this is just, I mean, obviously, like, I don't believe in God, but if God was a thing and he created people and he created fun buttons, and one of the people figured out how to push the other person's fun button, wouldn't he be like, yay, they figured it out? Just me? I don't know. I'd be thrilled. It's like they threw a puzzle at us and we got it. Honestly, at that point, as a parent, I would construct my own league for sports so they don't have to. I would be in jail for murder. If I had a little trans daughter who went to school and wanted to play softball and a teacher lifted up her skirt to make sure her genitals matched whatever the fuck they think they should, I would be in jail for slaughter. And I know it. That is fucked up. A choice is defending a convicted struggle.
I've had to invent a new word to describe it. Shitmungus.
Kozu, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class. I haven't given any things for 9 months in a row. That's a long time.
Hail Satan.
We shall feast upon the fucking long pig. Oh my god. Oh, Kozu, you just reminded me. Thank you. So Kozu said they were watching our like the VOD on Burning Man and everything. I found such a good video on Reddit the other day, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm so glad I remembered. Hold on. It's literally the best representation isn't the word, but it's what I'm looking for. It's like the best representation of Burning Man that I've seen. Because if you, in my experience anyways, when I like Google Burning Man or go to Reddit and look for Burning Man or go just to like look at the art and stuff, all it is 500 pictures of very thin women in scantily clad clothing, like standing in front of a piece of art over and over and over. And it's fine, but that's not what Burning Man, like, I didn't see that more than twice. Like, that's not what it feels like to be at Burning Man. Like, not everybody's standing around looking perfect, just doing a TikTok dance in front of a piece of art. That's not what it felt. That I didn't see that anywhere. Like, it's just, I'm sad that that's the only, like, representation of it out there. But someone made a short video of Burning Man before and after the rain, and it's just, like, really pretty cinematography with like really pretty music in the background, but it gives you a really good idea of what the actual playa looks like and what people are doing the whole time. It's not just standing around in bikinis taking pictures in front of art, for fuck's sake. Why did God put my happy button in my ass? A hole is a hole, motherfucker. You can make eye contact? Not autism. Dude, I fucking hate that shit. Not even manslaughter, just slaughter. No, it'd be slaughter. Yeah, I'd fucking kill somebody. Knives, I mean, I've gone out in them. They're fun if the wind is so hard that it holds you up. Have you ever, like, in Maryland, we would get the leftovers, like the leftover hurricanes, and the wind would be so strong you could lean on it. That was fun. I definitely did that a few times. Good morning, bacon. I changed my keyboard symbols then. Oh, fuck, you're fucked. When you started the VOD, I had lots of preconceptions, but I'm about halfway through now and I feel like I want to go. It's honestly, Kozu, I had misconceptions. Like, until you actually go, it's really, really hard for anyone to quite explain what Burning Man is to anybody because there's like 35 to 50,000 people out there and everybody does whatever the fuck they want. So, like, my experience is totally different from anybody else's experience. You know what I mean? Some people literally go with planned outfits every single day and they walk around with a photographer and take pictures in said planned outfits. That's Burning Man to them. Good for them. They're having a good time as long as they as long as they don't trash the playa. I don't give a shit. But the vast majority of people are riding around on bikes, looking like garbage and looking at beautiful art in a dust storm. That's like 99.9% of the people out there. And this video is really pretty, so I want to watch it with you guys. I'm going to let the song play because I can't stop Ghost. The bar under the desert? Which one? There's lots of different bars out there that are secret. I tried to watch a highlight reel and I got so tired. Yeah, right? Dude, you're gonna really like this one, Viata. Seriously. It's beautiful. There's no talking or anything. This guy obviously had a drone or something, and he just goes around and takes beautiful cinematography of the actual playa. And I was watching it yesterday morning, I think I found it, and I almost brought me to tears because it really does feel like the actual what Burning Man is. The only thing it's really lacking is there's no video footage of the neighborhoods, like where people are actually living. It's all on the playa. But the neighborhoods, I mean, you can't see everything. But it's really pretty. Any hole is a goal. I fight the wind. I fucking hate wind. I wish I could break wind. It's great when your keyboard changes because you push something and have no idea what it was. Dude, I've accidentally got my phone stuck in French before. That was fun. It was mostly Zeke's feelings about it that convinced me. You could see in his face that it was an experience that made him feel alive. No shit, Kozu, like, going to Burning Man made me understand human beings better, I think. It's weird. I don't even know, dude. It's such a weird thing. The fact that this weird, like, massive or thing just pops up in the desert for a week and disappears completely, and people, like, plan their entire year around it. It's very bizarre, but fucking awesome. Always felt it was too extreme, but I never had an alternative either. Like, autism was too extreme? I've heard there are disabled Burning Man groups out there. Have you seen them? Tons. Yes. They're like migrants, no shit. So I have the map. Hold on. I'm going to grab it off my wall. That's my ticket. Okay. So this is the map. And this kind of gives you a good idea when I say that there is a camp. Like, if you can think of it, there is a camp for it. So, for instance, if you're looking for a camp that is speaks Israeli, there will be a camp that has an Israeli flag and they speak Israeli. There are deaf camps, there are blind camps, there are mobility camps. Like, these camps literally truck in semi trucks of golf carts and give them, like, rent them, but there's no money on the playa at all. Like, there is no money, nothing costs any, like, you pay for your ticket to get in and that's it. So you rent them, but you just take a golf cart and it's a trust system. You're gonna bring it back, but there's all sorts of fucking camps like that out there. It's really cool. So the video we're about to watch, this is the Burning Man map. So the video we're gonna watch, just like I have it up, we're gonna watch it right now, is covering this pie slice, essentially. This is the playa, this pie slice right here. So this is where the vast majority of all the art is. Everywhere, this is the actual desert. This is center camp. This is the man, the burn, everything. And then along this inner circle, that's called the Esplanade, and that's where, like, the biggest, most legendary camps are, like the Thunderdome and shit like that. And, like, a lot of the huge DJ camps and shit like that. They're on this. And then all the rest of this, every single line you see is a street, and those are all the camps. each slice holds 3 camps. So 1, 2, 3 in each single slice. And so it kind of gives you an example of the sheer vastness of how many different camps are out there. And I mean, the vast majority of all of these camps, this is just where people are living, they're all themed. All the camps are themed, and all of these people are giving away gifts, or they have a restaurant you can go sit at, or they have a bar, or they have a big gay club you can go get fucked, or they have a mist camp, or they have mobility camps, or they have a deaf camp, or I mean, it's literally like everything. There are ultra marathon runners there, which in my opinion are the only freaks at Burning Man. Like, I'm not kidding you. One of the people in my camp ran an ultra marathon on the second day we were there. They're insane. But there's literally anything you can imagine. Anything. It's like I was telling you guys about the furry camp that designed their entryway to look exactly like the horror house from Beetlejuice, and it says Dante's in fur. No, like furries. That was like right there. And I used to pass it every single fucking day. But yeah, if that, like, I feel like the map really gives you a scope of how fucking enormous the thing is. Burning Man is so big. There is everything. One morning, I woke up before everybody else, and I went out just, like, walking the playa, and walking the neighborhoods, and I found a little coffee place, called, like, the something bean, I can't remember, and there was it was a camp. It was just a camp where people lived, but they had set up a tent, Katie? I can speak, I promise. They set up a tent and they had a couple tables and they had a coffee bar. And you could go sit down, and this lovely person who went by Finn, but his playa name was actually Infinite Love, amazing, comes over, takes your order for coffee, and then they just sit there and they brew you fucking pour over coffee. And he sat and talked with me for like an hour. And then I sat and talked with I think Zach was there and maybe someone else. And we sat and talked to some girls from like Slovakia or something for an hour. Like, it's just, and you wouldn't know any of those things are there unless you just start walking around. You just walk around and find them very randomly. You know what I mean? Hot bean water. Hot bean. Was that what it was called? Hot bean water? Or was it just bean water? Thank you. Hot bean water, something like that. But it was just, there's little things like that everywhere. We went to one place, one camp, who set up like a diner restaurant, like a 1950s diner. And all the girls were dressed up like sassy diner waitresses and had no shit to give you and had cigarettes hanging out of their mouth. And they had a whole menu that you could look at, but no matter what you ordered, they'd bring you a fucking grilled cheese. Zach actually managed to get a side of mayo with his, which is so fucking weird. But there's just, that's just like two very minute examples of what I mean by like, it's just vast. And you can do whatever you want as long as you're not impeding on anyone else's good time. I feel like I'd only run a marathon to see how far I could before passing out. You know what's crazy, Knives? Get this. So this fucker in our camp who run the ultra marathon, he didn't train. He's done this twice. He doesn't train. And did it. He did the whole thing and was not last. It was 31 miles, I think. Well, so literally this camp, so when you walk up to this camp, it looks like a little 50s diner with huge flags that say hot dogs up and down the flags. And these flags are like 2 stories high, so you can see them from like a couple blocks away. So if you're starving, you're like, oh my God, hot dogs. And then they give you a menu that has no hot dogs on it. And then they give you a grilled cheese. It's just phenomenal. The psychosis of the playa matches my soul immensely. It's just like chaos. Magic Mistress, good morning, love. It's just chaos. And I love it. Oh, Zach, I'm glad you're here. I have a video I found this on Reddit yesterday, and I think you're going to really like it. Someone posted a video on Reddit. They just took, like, beautiful cinematic footage of the playa before and after the rain, but it doesn't have one image of someone scantily clad posing in front of art, which is, like, I just wanted, I've been, like, I go on Instagram if I'm bored or whatever, type in Burning Man 2023 to look at the art, and it's just skinny girl, skinny girl, skinny girl, skinny girl, skinny girl, skinny girl, TikTok dance, skinny girl, skinny girl, skinny girl. And that's not what I felt at Burning Man at all. It doesn't elicit any like nostalgia for me. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are, and I don't even see the art. All I see is like the size of your tits. I don't know what's going on here. Great tits, by the way, but like it doesn't make me feel Burning Man. Whereas this video I found is so pretty. It almost kind of like it almost brought me a little bit to tears when I was watching it because it really like brought back the feelings. Hold on, I'm trying to make it full screen. Don't do that. Internet, not today! Stop. I fucking hate autoplay more than most things in the world. By the way, thank you for the resub, love. I appreciate you. They're famous for their hot dogs, but they only serve you grilled cheeses. And they were dank grilled cheeses. Who's Zach? You'll never know. I'll never tell. That's the cute, oh, the places you'll go Burning Man video. And I know that's also super aesthetic focused. There's that cute, oh, the places you'll go. I haven't seen that one. Skinny girls aren't the thing. Skinny girls, I don't have tits. Jeez. There's nothing wrong with being a skinny girl, but literally, like, if you go to Instagram, I challenge you. Go to Instagram, type in Burning Man, tell me what you found. I'll show you. Imagine there's a big wooden structure behind me. That's it. That's it. That's all anyone did. There's no music happening. It's just a fucking TikTok dance in front of art, but you can't even see the art because they zoomed in on the person. I don't get it. What are you doing? But anyways, watch this. It's really pretty. It's really pretty, and the music's pretty. But this is this year, and I just think it gives a really, like, this is really what Burning Man feels like and looks like. It's not people standing in front of art. It's bikes. Bikes. Literally, Kozu, that's all it is, and it makes me sad because, like, that doesn't feel like Burning Man to me. This feels like Burning Man to me. This is what the playa looks like. Not the neighborhoods again. Where's my map? So for those just tuning in, don't be a dick. For those just tuning in, if you didn't catch it, this video we're watching literally only films like this. This pie slice right here. None of this is in this video at all. So, I mean, you're going to see so much that it gives you a really good scope. When I say you'll never see everything, it's impossible. It's just huge. It's massive. If you want to hear Zach and I's experience, I highly suggest check it out. It's the shit. But 540. This is, I mean, easily this is the best picture. I just have to stop it because it's the cover. So I have to tell the story because it's really good and it makes me laugh. So Zach and I were standing here and we saw this. This is an art car. So this drives across the playa all night and there's people dancing in it and partying all night long. And then periodically it stops and it fucking spits fire. And we were just sitting there admiring it and it stopped and I noticed its jaw drop. And I was like, babe, something's going to fucking come out of its mouth. And then all of a sudden this like cannon starts coming out of its mouth. And I'm like, oh, shit's going to happen. And then it starts spitting fire and shit. And, you know, it's the playa. There's no service. So we don't exactly have our phones on hand. So Zach starts, like, digging his phone out of his bag. And he sits there for probably at least a full minute waiting for fire to spit. And the moment he does this, does it again, waits for a ridiculous amount of time, goes to put his phone on. It did it, like, 3 times before he was able to get this picture. And then this picture was literally him saying, fuck it. He just started rapidly taking some pictures when it wasn't spitting fire, like, fuck it, I'm just going to try to get something, and he got this. And I just think this is one of the best pictures I've ever seen of this art car, because it was so fucking sick. And the sound, if you've ever been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Florida, and go to Gringotts Bank, they have the giant white dragon from the movies, like, crawling out of the bank, and every couple of minutes it spits fire. This was better. This was better. This was better and bigger and louder and way more cool. And it's mobile. Like, you don't need theme parks. Go to Burning Man. Anyways, sorry. 540. Yes! I'm just going to play it. This is my favorite thing. Oh, don't. This is the Pegasus. I'm so sorry I'm talking. God damn it. It's too short. We should have taken a longer video. But there, you kind of get an idea of what the fuck's going on there. It's just so cool. It's so cool. I really like that video. Just gave, I feel like it, if you want to know what Burning Man really looks like the vast majority of the time, that video gives such a good example. It's not beautiful people standing in front of art all day getting their photo taken. Like, honestly, when that's happening, it's kind of a pain in the dick. It's such a beautiful place and it's so fun, but really, you just do whatever you want. I wouldn't want to lug around 24 pack of soda with also the other shit I already have back and knee problems. I mean, you mean lug them around in your backpack? I mean, yeah. Like, why would you carry 24 case in your backpack? Why wouldn't you leave it in your camp? Serious question. Am I totally off base on that? What the fuck? Yeah, like just take one at a time and then go back. What? Mr. Zebot, we actually saw a camp that built like it looks like a giant water wheel, but it crushes cans. So you can bring all your cans to this camp and they crush them and recycle them for you. We passed a camp on our way out that had a sign up that said ass for trash. So if you mooned them your ass, you could give them a bag of trash and they would take it out for you. Like there's all sorts of shit like that. Like there's camps who, they'll take your food. If you have any leftover food, they'll take it and go donate it to food banks for you, shit like that. Like anything you can think of is probably out there. And if it's not, you should bring it. You should bring it. It is. It's really like fucking amazing. It's so bizarre. There is, well, I don't know if it got burned or not, but Zach gave his ass for something. I don't remember what he got, but he got his ass, a picture of his bare ass put up on a wall at some camp somewhere. I don't even remember why. It's 24 in a can or nothing. I mean, if I had a place to leave it. Oh, yeah. Well, Bashful. So basically, what usually happens is you find a camp, like an established bigger camp, and you ask to join them. And you have like tents and you have usually like monkey structures or some sort of structures that you guys stay safe from the dust and stuff in. Like you don't pack around everything you own 24/7. Everybody has a backpack because you need like some water. We have our toilet paper in our bag because the porta potties do not provide toilet paper. Like it's your vape, your whatever. Like that's what you have in your backpack. The essentials. Because you are biking a couple miles out into the playa sometimes, but you can always go back. To be honest, does he need a reason? Amen. Amen. You're right. I think he got a stamp on his ass for it. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's just like that's everywhere. Every other camp wants to do something bizarre with you, and it's really fucking fun. I have to pee so effing bad, so we're going to take the first break of the day, stretch our dicks, get some water, get a coffee, whatever you need to do. Did you see the stamp ass? Did we get a picture of it? Dude, I can't even remember anymore. There's so much going. There was so much. And camps get graded on cleanliness after it's over. So if you leave a mess, okay. If you leave a mess, you won't be invited back. Exactly. And you want to know this, dude? Checks. I don't know if you like follow the Burning Man news or anything, but I did this year because it was like the rain, the everything was. I have to pee so bad, but this is important. The rain and everything was so bad. And we were listening to that radio station the whole time we were kind of stuck there. And they were talking about people's cars getting stuck and people abandoning shit. We found like go-go boots abandoned in the middle of the road because the sole tore off in the mud. So whatever bitch was wearing them just like trampled off and left them. People were abandoning shit everywhere when the mud hit. And I was like kind of getting a little worried because I was having, even though the rain hit, I was still having a fucking blast. I don't know. Camping is camping to me. Bad weather ain't going to change my time. I was having a really good time. And I was like, dude, if people trash the playa this year just because of this rain, they're never going to let us come back. This is federal land. It's a state park. They will never fucking let us come back. I was so nervous. So no shit. One day, I actually took a garbage bag, put rubber gloves on, and went to the porta potties. And I mooped the porta potties during the mud because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people. But people were filling piss jugs in their tents because of the mud, bringing them to the porta potties, and then just leaving the piss jug full of piss. Beer cans, bottles, liquor bottles. I mean, the porta potties, because this is what I learned. It's a neutral space, so no one can get blamed for it. But it doesn't matter. If all the porta potties are trashed, we never get to come back. I was just like bored and stir crazy and angry. And so I went and I fucking mooped our porta potties, like the ones for our neighborhood. It was disgusting. Fucking foul. And it was just the literal excuse, mud. That was it. Mud. People are out there in 120-degree weather, completely self-reliant on every alleged drug in the world. Nobody does drugs at Burning Man, but maybe. but mud made them turn into the world's biggest assholes. Fuck off. Grow up. Not okay. That shit is so. It's children. I mean, oh, and it's like insult to injury. So it's like a strip of porta-johns. It's probably like 20 porta-johns, and at one end there's a giant porta-john that's like the urinal one, and then at the other end there's like a double wide one that's meant for people with wheelchairs or need accessibility or whatever. The wheelchair porta potty, you couldn't walk in because the floor was just liquor bottles, like giant empty liquor bottles. Glass. They just lined the floor. It wasn't piled, it wasn't haphazard. It was like people went in and went, that belongs there. These are fucking adults, allegedly. And it was just the mud, because that's never happened before. I asked everybody at my camp who's gone like 20, 10, 15 years each. They were like, I've never, ever seen trash in the porta-johns. Mud made them do it. Mud? Mud? Dude, okay. So on the topic of garbage, it's seriously infuriating. So, Jade, no shit. I never, ever saw anyone do it. That's the thing. Like, you walking around the playa, or the neighborhood streets, it's literally spotless. You do not see one thing. And if you do, you pick it up. Everybody has what we call a moop bag. Literally, it stands for matter out of place. It's just because the whole reason we're allowed to do Burning Man is everything you bring in, you take the fuck out. Everything. Everything except your feces. They have porta potties, thank fuck. But yeah, you take out everything. So everybody has I had a little like Crown Royal bag on the handlebars of my bike. So if you're driving around and you see like a zip tie that fell off someone's bike or something, you just pick it up and grab it. I never ever saw anyone leave trash at the porta potties. Like, I have no idea when it happened because I was awake at all hours all the time. I never saw it happen. I would have reamed someone's fucking ass if I watched them leave a half-gallon glass bottle in a porta potty. I would have had zero qualms at all. But get this. So when I went to those porta potties to moop them I put on big old black latex gloves and I had a big old trash bag and I just went and got all the bottles and everything. Not one person acknowledged me or said thank you or anything. Not that they should, but it was kind of wild that I was watching all of these people at Burning Man who claimed to be these earth-loving hippies, bring it in, bring it out, we care, until it's not theirs. And it's instantly like, that's not mine. I'm not going to pick that up. That's not my problem. And they step over it or step around it. Because it's in this neutral area of the porta potties. It's just it's like, what happened to your brain? But on top of that, Knive said something earlier. Why don't you just pack it out and dump it in the hotel that you were going to stay at afterwards anyways? So get this. So I was talking to Rod because he knows a few people that live in Reno. And Reno is like the big main city that everybody goes to after Burning Man to like get a shower, your first shower in, 11 days or whatever. And they get hotels and basically just clean up for a day. So what Rod's friends were telling him is that their relationship with Burning Man is very much hate-love because it brings in money, obviously, but all of the people of Burning Man, or I guess a population of them, not everybody, they bring like trucks of trash and they just start finding dumpsters around the city and filling all of these dumpsters with their trash instead of bringing it home and going to a fucking dump or something. Like trucks of trash. Because like our camp, we all maintain our own trash. So like I had my trash, everybody had their own trash. We pack out and pack in our own trash. But some camps are hundreds of people. Our camp was like 16 people. And those 100 people camps, they bring in semis to take the trash out. Exactly. It's a convention that locals hate conventions. Exactly. Like if I don't know anyone who does that, my group doesn't go to Reno. But like, I find I guess hypocrisy is the word for it. You can't, in my opinion, be this like amazing earth-loving mooping person for 9 days a year and claim you're a good person. Like, you know what I mean? I guess I took the tenets as like, oh, these are things that we should like learn and bring into the world. Like when you see trash in a parking lot, bend over and just pick it up. Like, guaranteed there's a trash can somewhere nearby, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's just, like, a candy wrapper, that's the theory, you know, bring it into the world, do that kinda good shit, but, like, I feel like there's a population of people that absolutely don't, and it makes me sad because that's, I think, where a lot of us, myself included, got our, like, predisposed, view of what Burning Man is. We all think it's like Coachella or something, and it's totally not, but it's because no one's on the news for taking their trash home and dealing with it responsibly. You know what I mean? Which is sad. Dude, migrants isn't it? Well, you know what's funny? There was another nurse in my camp and she did the same thing. There were 2 nurses in my camp and both of us were just like, this is disgusting. People are disgusting. And so, like, of course, in our camp, we all have like a job. We have like a responsibility. Not anything major, but like, for instance, Zach's responsibility was making sure no one just left our generator on. We had one massive generator that we would turn on once a day and everybody would charge whatever they needed to charge. And then we would turn it off. And his job, like, if he's just walking by, make sure it's not on. That's basically like everybody's kind of has a job like that. My job was the kitchen. I'm a little OCD about that shit. So probably I don't know if they'll, but like my job basically was like make sure there's no just dirty dishes constantly. Make sure people are taking care of their shit, and then also the kitchen involves our water supply. So most camps, if not every single camp that is multiple people, like over 10 people, you bring in literally a huge cube thing of water that's like 300 gallons. And ours, I don't know if everybody's works this way, but the way ours works was it has a yellow nozzle and then the actual like faucet. And the yellow nozzle basically like cuts off the water and makes sure it doesn't just leak or drip because it's so heavy. Like it's just gonna, the pressure, you know? And my job was just every time I walk through the kitchen or something, make sure it's off. And like, I was going after people. I was like, I'm gonna put your dirty dishes in your bed, you motherfuck. Being drunk is not an excuse for leaving shit out. Flies, ew, stop it. You're adults, for fuck's sake. Grow up. I carry a rubbish bag with me when I'm out walking quite often. Sick of people see it. Me too. What makes me even more sad is watching people walk over it. Watching someone step over something. And I'm just like, I know you saw it. Why? People doing the right thing doesn't bring in views to the station. Exactly. Yeah. Because you're not interesting. You're not interesting if you're just doing what you're supposed to do. But you're interesting if you're a shithead, which is sad. Like, and I guess people will, for instance, you know, you get out of the playa, you haven't had a shower in 9 to 14 days, depending on how early or how late you stayed. And I mean, I've told you guys this already, and not to talk about Burning Man all the time, but you are quite literally coated in that white, fine ass powder, the dust from the playa, every inch of your body. Like, you just look ashy all the time, and your hair is. And we ended up getting a hotel because we were stuck in that Exodus line for 5 hours, and I had been up for like 30 hours straight. And I was like, I can't. I got to take a nap or something. I'm going to physically die. And the lady at the hotel literally was a burner herself, like the lady checking us in, but she didn't go this year. So I bullshitted with her for a while, and she's like, feel free to use the pool and everything, but please take a shower first. And I'm like, oh, of course. She's like, oh, most people just think the pool is a shower. Coming out of Burning Man! Coming out of Burning Man! Coming out of Burning Man. I don't have words for it. Like, it's just another example of you cannot ever, ever assume intelligence. Like, even them letting us shower there covered in dust, I was shocked. I was like, I'll hose myself off first if you guys are cool with that. Cause I mean, I was watching it. I got in the shower and the water was just like that weird dingy gray color. Cause it's not brown, it's white dust. It's weird. No, chlorine won't kill you and won't kill you, won't clean you. But also, can you imagine the sheer amount of like caked mud that would be in that pool after a bunch of people went in it? Disgusting. Thank you, Jade. My little mushroom cap. It's so faded, but I just don't know what I want to do to it next. Shower's a shower. I just and like if you have access to the pool, you've obviously rented a room, and you probably went to it and put your stuff there and changed into a bathing suit. Fucking bathe. I remember going to motocross and my white t-shirt being beige and being coated in dust by the end of the day. That's how we were. Like, Vex, if you've ever experienced dry shampoo, or if anybody has, the playa dust is dry shampoo. That's all I can come up with. It's like living on baking powder or baking soda or whatever that fucking shit is. And by the second day, I could not get my hands through my hair at all. Just the second day. Like, I lived in a top knot bun the entire time I was there, and I could take the hairband out and my hair would stay. Like, it would just stay on the top of my head because it added so much just fucking, like, texture or whatever to the hair. It was so sick. One day I tried to brush my hair and now I have a little bald spot. Never again. You know what most people do, Knives? What I learned is that again, another thing that, everybody's like, oh, it's a Coachella stereotype, like the goggles and stuff. Girls, people, I shouldn't say girls, people that go there with hair get braids. Just get braids. Period. Like, that's what I didn't, because I was like, that's a raver thing. Like, they always get the braids with colors put into them and then whatever extra hair added and shit. And I was like, I don't want that. I don't want to pay for it. I've already got colorful hair. I know why they do it. It's maintenance. It's hair protection. Like, next year, I'm going to pay someone to do 2 enormous, just like braids like this, and it just stays. Because I don't know. I have no idea how you would handle hair out there. Like, there's no shit. There are, so, I was saying camps, like, offer gifts. There are a few camps out there that their gift is hair washing. So they have like beautician sinks. You have to bring a friend. They don't wash your hair for you, but you and your friend get to sit there and wash your hair together. 2 of the girls in my camp did it and regretted it beyond reason because there's no electricity, there's no blow dryers. So they had to walk away with wet hair and the dust in the air just like bonded to them, and they had skull caps of hair the rest of the time. I felt so bad for them. It was so much worse. Yeah, it was hard. They were, and both of these girls have like very fine, thin blonde hair. So had they brushed their hair, they would have been bald. They would have been bald. So you got to put your hair in some sort of like maintenance or just like accept that it's gonna be dusty. Like, I would in the morning, just because I didn't want to have actual like caked mud on my scalp, every morning I would rip my hairband out of my hair and stick my head upside down and just do this. And it's very much like that scene in Waiting when they add Parmesan cheese to the fucking food, but it's just dust. Like, I felt like a dust rat. It was just like a cloud would come off me every day, and then I'd tie that shit back up because I couldn't get my fingers through it. I could go about that far, and then it was just stuck. Not knots stuck, like glue stuck. And it took 3 washes with conditioner to get my hair not to be a knot. And the amount of dead hair that came out was incredible. Incredible. Good morning, Slurm. How are you? Margaret, I took a shower so goddamn fast. And honestly, like, I was sad to get out of the shower. I just wanted to let the water run on me for the rest of my fucking life. I'm coated in dust regularly during dry summers. It blows everywhere. I need to get goggles. You should get goggles. It was like being impervious to it when it was so weird because we'd get hit by like what they call a whiteout, which is the dust storms, and you quite literally you can't see more than 2 feet in front of your face when these storms hit because the dust is so fine. It's just like clouds into the air. And you put your goggles on, you put your dust mask on, and you're just kind of like, it's weird. It's like being in a video game. Like, you can see the dust blowing at you at a very high rate, like bouncing, but you don't feel it, and you can still see and you're fine. You can breathe. But if you didn't have goggles, oh my God. I got stuck in one without goggles, and my eyelashes, if you've ever seen a picture of someone like running in the cold and their eyelashes freeze and they've got like big old white eyelashes, my eyelashes look like that, but it was dust. I didn't even have makeup on. It just dust, just caked because the tears coming off my eyes in the wind were going up my eyelashes, and then the dust would stick. So when I got home, I had like these fucking like dust lashes. It was disgusting. Their gift was a mud treatment. Yeah. Honestly, that mud I think is kind of like the Dead Sea minerals cuz the playa was a river, it's a riverbed. It's like an ancient riverbed. That's why there's the playa shrimp that live like deep in the ground and come out when it rains. It was, oh my God, I didn't bring my water out. Fuck. Mitford, I owe you. I got to get my water on my next break. Damn it. The dust storms on the playa are called whiteouts because it's literally a whiteout. You can't see anything at all when the wind kicks up because the dust it's not sand, it's dust. The playa is just dust because it was a lake bed. So it's just this fine fucking white chalk powder that picks up in the wind and then just you can't see anything. You have to get off your bike, everybody starts walking, and I couldn't see the people I was originally riding my bike with. I had to get like this far from them just to see them. It's like silt. Yeah. It is so fine. It's just, and that's why it can coat your skin and you don't really feel it on you. You just see it, and you can do this forever. It doesn't come off because it just binds. It's Z-Bot. It's wild. The whiteouts are pretty impressive. Like no shit. That the one structure, the Chapel of Babel. We were standing in front of it, looking at it, taking pictures when the whiteout hit, and I would say we were probably 15 feet from the structure, and within 2 minutes, I couldn't see it anymore. And it's really creepy because when a whiteout hits, you have to get off your bike and walk, and you're just like, if you didn't really pay attention what direction you came from, you have no idea where you're going. You just start walking in a direction until you recognize something, like until you hit a piece of art. That's why you have to start walking, because you would just ride your bike straight into things. Oh, Timon, I hope you're doing well, love. Really, it reminds me of like a really thick fog. It's so weird because you don't feel it. Like I've been in a dust storm before, like in a desert where you can feel the sand like hitting your skin. You don't feel this. That's why the goggles give you this weird sensation of like being in a video game. Once it's not touching your eyes anymore, you're just kind of like, you see it, but you don't feel it. It's real weird. Not anything. Oh, Bashful, I can give you a permit. Hold on. Not anything I've ever experienced in my life before. More than 70,000 brave, fierce dust storm. That's the. Oh, is this a good? This is really good pictures of the whiteout. Oh, dude. Literally, this is the white. This. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find a good shot of it. These are really good shots of Burning Man, but the whiteout pictures give you a really good feeling. So this is what it's like when a whiteout hits, essentially. It just is, you can't see. Everybody puts up their goggles and their mask, whatever the fuck you got to cover your mouth, and you just start walking because there's nothing to be done. And this is what your skin looks like all day. Like, this guy obviously did not bring goggles. Fucking idiot. Um, but like, you know how, you can have like a tan line? Wherever you had clothes, you would have a dust line. So my little shorts, I could like peel them up and I would have a perfect line where my skin hadn't been in the dust storm, but my shorts were covering. It was very bizarre. Good morning, Mel. How are you, love? Have you been in a freezing fog? I've never been in a freezing fog, but I've been in ice rain. Is that similar? Aviators, dude. I can be banned for this. You mean I wouldn't need to smile to be seen out there? That took me a millisecond. I'm a little disappointed in myself.
Lol.
No, but your mama gonna get after you for being ashy as fuck. Z-Bot, you know what I noticed? The vast majority of people save their costumes, save all their really cool shit for evening and nighttime. Or like really early morning. The vast majority of people stay inside in the daytime. They don't even really go out because even if you can handle the heat, the sun is not good for you. Like the playa's white and then you've got the sun coming down, so it's just reflecting off of the mud back at you, and it's double time, and it's kind of stifling, like uncomfortable. Most people don't do anything in the middle of the day. Most people go nap, like do their little siesta in the middle of the day, and they either wear their cool shit early in the morning or late at night, and they light it up. So everybody that has like I didn't see any plague doctors, but saw some really sick skulls. They wrap them in lights and shit like that because it's too hot. Yeah, that kind of heat and sun, even naked can kill. Exactly. So most people, unless they, you know, have art cars with like supplies in them, stay inside in the middle of the day. It's just not worth it. You're gonna cook. Ooh, D&D. I gotta come up with new shit to occupy my undeads with. I mean, I'm sure you can do it. Like using regular day mode online, literally. Yes. Zoe. Oh my god. Wait, isn't that kind of like redundant though? Aren't all unicorn babies gay as hell? How far? My car. I slept in my car. So your car is part of your camp. So everybody that drove in had a parking spot, and that you just leave your car there the whole time, and then when you leave, you get out. Yep, your car is literally right next to your camp. It's in your camp. I slept in the Jeep though, so my Jeep was my tent. Was my Jeep was my tent. It was pretty comfortable actually. It wasn't bad. Reminds me, I think, of Survivor Man episode Less Shroud filmed in the Kalahari. I imagine it's really not that dissimilar considering you have to bring everything you need, you know? I know I love this song too. I just fucking love Ghosts. They're so great. No, so our camp doesn't do AC. We did have gas and stuff though. We had a generator, we had gas, we had gas powered little like camp stoves to make breakfast and dinner and to make coffee and shit like that every day. Um there are a lot of camps who offer air conditioning. That's their gift. So if you read like the tenets of Burning Man, one of the things is gifting. There is no money on the playa. No one is carrying money. No one is asking for money. Nothing. Everything out there that someone is handing you is a gift. It's not even considered free. It is a gift because there is no price involved. And every camp for the most part offers a gift. So for instance, our camp offers lemonade, non-alcoholic, which is actually really important and a huge hit out there because probably a good 60% of the camps are alcohol-based gifts, which is great, but you are in 100+ degree weather. It's dry as fuck. You need to be hydrating. And our lemonade stand was fucking popular as tits because people were walking around like getting dehydrated and drunk and kind of woozy. They'd be like, oh my God, something that doesn't have booze in it. But a lot of camps, what they do, like for instance, there's a gay cowboy camp right up the road from my camp that offers their gift is that their entire camp is a covered structure with all these like really nice like blow up furniture and like beach furniture, and the whole camp is built with PVC piping, but they have piped water through all of the piping of the structure and then punctured it with holes. So the entire time you're in there, you're being misted with freezing cold water. That's their gift. So you can you just walk past it, notice, walk in, get misted, walk out. Some camps have literal like those desert igloos they build, and you can go sit in AC for a while if you want. I find personally that staying the fuck out of AC and letting your body acclimate to the heat is going to give you a much more pleasant time than like bouncing back and forth because the heat's always going to come back, but you're not always going to be guaranteed AC. So I just kind of like, you know what I mean? But honestly, as long as you stay out of the sun, that's why every camp has a covered structure. Like our camp, everybody has tents or they sleep in their car or whatever. But we also have, I think it's called a monkey hut, is like the actual term. But it's like a round, long half tube that's tarped and completely protected from the sun and the wind. And it's actually, once you're in the shade, it's really nice. It's not too bad. Ram Ranch? Oh my God, no, but someone needs to do that. The most epic gay camp that was near us was like the Golden Cock, and they had a 2-story high neon rooster, and it was a dance camp. It was incredible. That was probably the most epic one I saw while I was there. Show you 100% any fucking time. I love sharing ghosts with people because they're just so off the radar. Bashful, it evaporates instantly. You don't stay wet. Like so the camps all have gifts. A lot of camps, their gift is some sort of food item. So often there are times there will be a line coming out of a camp, and you'll see the lines, and you'll be like, oh, they're probably offering food or something. And when it was really hot, a lot of camps offer ice cream. I know, insane. People put so much work into what they bring onto the playa. Like, how the fuck are you maintaining ice cream out here? I don't know, but they did. And while you're in line to get your ice cream, a member of the camp walks up and down the line and mists people with like one of those pump mist sprayers, but it's like, it's gone. It's just enough to cool you off a little bit and it's gone because it's just so dry and hot out there. Do they have medics? Yes, they do. They have medic tents like every 2 blocks, I think, in the neighborhoods, and then they have medic tents out on the playa, and then they have so they have how do I explain this? So there are cops, literal like police officers roaming the playa randomly, being assholes, smelling pot, and arresting people. And then there are rangers. Rangers are volunteers that are part of the Burning Man Association, and they just drive up and down the streets at a really, really slow mile per hour, and they are essentially there to make sure you don't kill yourself. Like, they're not out there to ruin anyone's good time. They're volunteers. They're out there to be like, I smell weed coming out of your camp. chill it out because the cops will arrest you. Like, they don't give a fuck. Cops are out there to ruin people's bad time. I literally did see a few cops, like, actually start to break apart a couple camps. They're assholes. So, what someone said, I can't remember who said it in chat, but they said it the best way. They said, the Rangers are there, listen to the Rangers, or you're going to have to listen to the cops. That's the best way to put it. But the Rangers are awesome. They're us. They're Burning Man people, but they're driving around in like a Ranger SUV and just making sure, there's not someone passed out in a gutter dying, or because there's no drugs at Burning Man, but allegedly. They're there for us. The cops are there for them, but they are there. But there's medic tents everywhere. Yep. One of the people in our camp actually had to go use the medic camp one day because she knows shit. She was riding her little bike and she had just a little street bike. And the playa is mostly just like dry, like cracked desert. But every once in a while you'll hit a sand pit. And if you have just a basic street bike, it just dead stop. And she went through, like almost through her handlebars, crushed up the inside of her face and everything. Like the second day we were there, had to go get stitches. Burning Man parents. Yes, that is what the Rangers are. Exactly. Yep. The Rangers are the people you go to if you need help. Just get away from the cops because they're assholes. Tons of people have umbrellas. Tons of people have umbrellas on their bikes. People have like they'll hook up little buggy structures to their bikes to have some sort of shade on them. Yeah. Shade is big. Most people have some sort of head covering too. They're like dorm RAs, exactly. Yep, they're there to keep you out of trouble. And honestly, I don't think they have a ton to do most of the time. Allegedly, there might be drugs, but there isn't. Exactly. No one does drugs at Burning Man. There are no drugs at Burning Man, ever. There never have been, never will be. How did you do with no weed in quotations? With no weed in quotations, thankfully, I had my lovely little Jeep, safe, warm, dark place. And so I brought my bong and I would just hotbox my Jeep and chill in there for a few minutes and then get out and walk away. I also rolled spliffs and I brought a shit ton of little disposable vapes because they smell like fruit. They don't smell like pot. But honestly, like, for the most part, I would say the vast majority of the times I travel, I don't smoke at all. I don't even think about it though. Like, for me, smoking weed is usually because streaming, we all cheers together. That reminds me. Or I'm attempting to sit still and my body doesn't want to. I will smoke pot and that will help me stay still. Like, for instance, if it's 4 in the afternoon and I'm going to go see a movie, I got to get a little high. Like, it's real hard. I need to be up moving all the time. I'm very much like energetic. And so weed helps me slow down. But if I'm on vacation or if I'm traveling and doing something fun and I feel the need for weed, I'm not doing vacation right, in my opinion. So I mostly don't really, like, I didn't smoke pot the vast majority of the time I was there. Like, I think the last couple days, actually, that's it. I didn't even whip my bong out till the rain hit. The day the rain hit, I was like, well, guess I'm stuck in this little 4x4 area for a while. Fuck. And I whipped the bong out and I got real fucking high. Yeah, the name of the weed vapes they're called literally Colors. That's the brand of them. And they come in all different like flavors, but it's the first weed vape I've ever tried in my entire life that actually gets me high. Like, it's not just, it makes me a little dozy. Most vapes, it's like you take a hit, wait a minute, and you can just feel your brain go like a little fuzzy. I actually get a little bit stoned from them, and they just smell like fruit. There's no weed smell at all. They smell like someone's annoying, fruity, like, fucking clouds, bro. Dank clouds, bro. Whatever those fucking vape things are. The one, Vape Niche. Those ones. Smells like those. Do it. Knives, seriously. Try one. I've tried, I have them somewhere. They're near me somewhere. I know there's one that's like lemonade something. Raspberry lemonade or something. That one's pretty dank. They're all pretty good, but they actually like literally one hit, incorporating room air into it, and I get just that little bit of like softening, which is what I'm looking for. Like, just take the edge off a little bit. And I've never found a vape that did that before. I don't know why. And the other thing, they're fucking rechargeable. I'm going to grab one. Hold on. I'm going to grab one. This is important. They're really cool. Real quick. Because this is the first time I've ever found disposable hard purse. She's got them. Did it leave Ghost on me? Oh, no, this is See No Evil. Hold on. I have Cerise. No, hold on. Where is it? I have Cerise stuck in my head. I was going to put it on before I left and I forgot. Cerise. Okay, so these are the ones I was talking about. These are the colors is the brand. But they're I got these were all the ones I got from Burning Man. But my favorite part about them, they're fucking rechargeable with a C charger. Is it a C? No, it's a US. What are those mini USB or whatever? It's not C. It's oh god, what is it? But they're all rechargeable. Like, and it's a universal screw-on battery. So once you've used up the vape, you can actually screw off that, and you've got a battery now. So every one you buy, mini USB, I think that's it. Yeah, mini USB, and they all come with a little charge cord, so it's whatever. But now you've got 3 batteries that have universal screw-ons. Like, that's just the best. I love that. I hate waste. And I feel as much as I love the legal weed, culture, it creates a lot of weed. They fucking love packaging. Holy shit, do they love packaging? And these are pretty great. I think these are both strawberry lemonade. Yeah, these are the strawberry lemonade, and then this one's white cherry. I don't even know if they're charged. Hold on. That one's clogged. The cool thing is, if they're charged, they actually light up. Amazing. They're the best little fuck. I thought they were disposable. I literally got them just for Burning Man because I was like, what if I need weed? What if I'm anxious? I don't know. And they're great. You get a nice little puff off them. They don't smell like weed at all. Literally, it's fruit. Like, it's that annoying. Like, outside of not wanting to smell like weed, I would never promote this. I would never promote this because I fucking hate smelling someone's vape. Like the fruity bubblegum bullshit. I don't want your cloud in my mouth. Get it out. But like, if you need to cover up the smell of weed, it's pretty dank. The brand is just called Colors, I think. They all just say Colors on them. I don't know. It's not a magnet, though. I think you have to screw them off. I haven't finished any of them yet because I didn't need the weed out there, obviously. Very similar, yeah, because they're definitely rechargeable batteries, which is so nice. These ones, I mean, Zach doesn't smoke weed at all, so I puffed them around him to make sure, and he said he smelled nothing. He smelled fruit. Isn't that cute? They're great. And I like that they're compact. A lot of vapes these days, it's like a fucking remote controller or something. I mean, I know a way you could get some. Oh, is it because kids? Ooh, that's them. See, Zerkly fucking found them. True Leave apparently is the brand. It doesn't have my state in the select estate. Okay. Yeah, these are the colors. Oh, wrong screen. That's them. Yeah. The taste of fruit has never been this fun. What the fuck? Wow, they're really going for it, aren't they? They're great. I'm pretty impressed with them. I don't know if you could order them online, though, because they actually have THC in them. But, like, you know what's up. Fun fact, the United States Postal Service is the #1 drug dealer in the world. Probably because kids, yeah. I think a lot of places got rid of fruity flavors and shit because kids. They think it's marketing to kids. I agree. I have some of those actually. I have a PAX, and I have some of the PAX pods. And I like the smell of weed. Like, I've been smoking weed for many, many years. I am a fan of weed, so I don't mind the smell. The only reason I didn't want the smell is because Burning Man. And what I heard is that if a cop's walking by and smells weed, he literally, like, that's enough for them to search your entire camp. Like, bust your camp into pieces, which is such fucking bullshit. But it is. And so I was looking for shit that didn't smell at all. Miri, I think the same thing. Like, I am 35 years old and I like fruity flavors. Sue me. I don't understand. Like, I don't. If a kid wants to smoke weed, they're going to find weed whether it tastes like fruit or not. Like, do you all remember how we first smoked weed? We were like, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm ripping open the stupid child packaging. But that's what the little PAX pods look like. And they plug onto the PAX battery, which is somewhere in my house. But these actually do taste like weed. And these, like, the cool thing about these, you can get them as live rosin, every form you want. This one is cannabis oil, black cherry soda, whatever the fuck that means. Allegedly 79.5% THC, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of them will actually say, like, the live rosin or whatever. Watch out, bud. Get it. Get. This is another one. Yeah, this is a live rosin one. It's same shit. It's for the PAX era, but it's the live rosin. Live rosin with natural diamonds, lavender haze. Ooh, cannabis oil. I got a lot of these laying around for emergencies. I'm not a big fan of vapes. I use them if I'm out and about and I'm anxious or something. But I love those ones, man. No, me too. Like I like the smell and taste of like good weed. Dude, right? Bitch, I'm 40 and I love a good peach mango vape flavor. I'm saying I had one of my colors vapes tasted like a fuzzy navel. If anybody remembers fuzzy navels. I smell marijuana is the same as stop resisting. Neither can actually happen, but saying out loud for the cameras is standard. It's fucking stupid. Site was saying 80%. Same thing. Yep. The weed mints I have, have crazy packaging. Cardboard box, Altoid style tin, paper wrap, and a Ziploc. It's too much. I agree. I've shown you guys how I get dabs. I always keep this box around because this is some of the most excessive packaging. I don't even have some of the packaging for this, but if you get dabs, any kind of dabs other than shatter, in Colorado at least, it's going to come in a child-safe bag that you have to either cut open or figure out. And then it comes in a little ring box like this. And then you have to open your little ring box. And then you have your little dab fucking thing. And it comes with like little pamphlets and stickers and like, but it's just, this is all just now garbage. And none of this is recyclable because it's, the image is printed on the cardboard. So it's not recyclable cardboard. And this is like porcelain and plastic. And you get that much. All that packaging for that is crazy to me. It reminds me of what makeup was doing for a while. Least processed, yes. I made a bong out of a plastic sports bottle in the silicone tube. Really nice and easy since I can put it in the dishwasher. Nice. I hope you make sure the it's a sports bottle. It's not like a disposable one, right? It doesn't have BPA or whatever in it because I think if the heat's applied, that could be painful and bad. Oh, I wish I could find cinnamon. They're all fruit. I don't know why, but they're always fruit. The dab jar doesn't just twist open. You have to press and twist like a pill bottle. Yep. Oh, yeah. I just did it because I'm used to it. That's how all this shit is. Dude, check this, Viata. This is one of the more recent brands I've tried, whatever. It's by 14er. So it looks like just a normal pot, right? But you've got this little arrow on the lid that you have to line up with the bottom part, but the bottom part spins too. So you have to somehow hold the bottom part still and then spin the top part. Oh God, now they're both spinning. They both spin. It's like not connected. And you have to fucking line up the arrows to pop it open. Fuck that shit. Why? I can't get into it. Like I haven't been able to get into this one. They made them adult proof. I don't think they realize they've made weed adult proof. I just rip them open. It is convoluted. It's so stupid. And then you get into it. And then it's got like a little plastic, like, and then you've got your cute little 3.5 ounces of weed inside. But this is not recyclable. This is like, plastic tin covered, whatever. Now what do I do with all this? I love me some weed, but what are we doing here? Well, Reese, no shit. Reese literally had to hammer a weed thing open one time. She got some weed. It was like a weird little hexagon container that you had to like press in on two sides and spin at the same time like a goddamn puzzle box. She fucking busted it with a hammer. She had it for weeks before she finally hammered that shit open because fuck that. Molded into art, you know what I do? I use them for paint. I'm just saying, like, for the vast majority of people, I think they just throw everything away and it's really sad. But I save every single one of these and I use them for paint. Because they're great. They're little airtight containers where I can mix a color, paint for a while, cover it when I'm not painting. Because I do acrylics and they dry so fast. I use them all for paint. Tons and tons of them. Always fruit and I'm not a fan. Mint is easier to find, but I'd like something to remind me of Big Red Chewing Gum. No, Mishy cinnamon is my favorite thing in the whole world. If you ever find it, you let me know. Like, I want that. 3 plants hang drying. Oh, might try to press half of it. Dude, I have 4 plants that are almost ready for harvest. Almost. I'm like staring at the fucking little. Are you white yet? I'm a little obsessive. My Sleepy Time gummy tin was like that. The other day I busted out the pliers on that bitch. I think we've all done it, right? I've busted a lot of weed containers just trying to get into them. Like, some of them are excessive and some of them are great. I have one. I think my dog knocked it off. There it is. This is only 3.5 ounces of weed in this. I haven't even opened it yet. But the amount of packaging here. So it's a box, and then inside the box is a bag. And then the bag's gonna be a safety. Yeah, it's a fucking safety shit. It's just, and this is not recyclable. Like, it's plastic. I don't know. I'm a hippie. I'm always trying to minimize waste and reuse stuff, and none of this is reusable. And it's just like, why with all your packaging? We were very happy with zips. The case? Fuck if I know. Make it into a tree? Oh my god, I could. Just a tree of fucking weed garbage. Didn't someone do that way back in the day with AOL CDs? I want to say someone way back in the day, like, created something with those goddamn free AOL CDs that we all had 500 of in the mail for like 10 years. Some child proofing is really annoying, while others can still be very much. That's the honestly the biggest point of most of the child proofing stuff that's stupid to me is what child doesn't know how to use scissors. If I was a kid and I couldn't get into it and I really wanted to, I'd just cut that shit. What up, LZT? So with the law, you can go to the store and buy a bunch of weed, or does it have to be like it? So it depends on the state. In every state that I've lived in, it's an ounce. No, it's an ounce total at a time per person. But like, if there's 2 weed stores next to each other, I could literally go into one weed store, buy an ounce, go next door and buy another ounce, and no one gives a fuck. It's a law for the weed stores more than me. They cannot sell one person over an ounce per transaction. But they don't care. Does that make sense? Oh my god, I miss Harriet the Spy. Oh my god, you mean like that really cool garden that Rosie O'Donnell had? Yeah, Mishy, that's my opinion. Like, since the dawn of time, we've had medicine cupboards, right? Like, everybody has a medicine cupboard or somewhere where you put shit up high, or you put it back far away so your kids aren't going to accidentally swallow a bottle of aspirin. Like, why is it so hard to not put your weed there? In Canada, it's 30 grams is the public possession limit, unlimited at home, though. Yep, that's ours is unlimited at home, too. But growing plants, you can only have, I think it's 4 plants per person. I miss that move. Her garden was so sick. It's per purchase. Each state has a different weight limit that they have to decriminalize because it's not actually legal. There you go. I know in Washington and here it's a ounce. 28 grams, right? Yeah. But honestly, like, for instance, when I lived in Baltimore and I was buying weed, I was probably smoking like a little over an ounce a month. And an ounce was like anywhere from 200 to 250 bucks. And here I smoke an ounce, if not a little bit less sometimes, because it's so much cleaner, so much stronger. I don't know. It's never, the limit has never been an issue for me. The limit does not exist. Smoking an ounce in a day has got to be excessive, right? Mishy, my stash is literally on every surface of my house, but I don't have kids. And if Scott brought his kids over, you bet your ass I would be putting up all my shit. I wouldn't even leave a bong out. That's not appropriate. I don't know a pot smoker that would, and I know a shit ton of pot smokers who have children. And their children are fine, and they're absolutely functional people, and they don't sit around, lighting up a bong in front of their 5-year-old. Like, what the fuck? It's 12 plants per household. No shit, weenie. So it's per household because here's per person. And get this, we can't grow outside. That's a really interesting thing here. And I assume it has something to do with cross pollination or maybe kids like getting into your yard and stealing your weed. But you have to grow it inside, which is so interesting to me and weird and annoying. About an eighth a week. I don't know what I smoke. It depends on the weed. Honestly, like I had a strain where I lost the lid. It was like called Creme de la Creme. I had this like a couple weeks ago and I nursed it. I only had 3.5 ounces of it and it lasted me almost 2 weeks. It was so strong and so beautiful and clean. And like one hit was just euphoria. And then some strains, I like take a hit, take a hit, take a hit, take a hit. It just depends. And I don't even know if it's strain dependent or if it's that grow or if something went wrong. When I was single, it was an ounce every 10 to 11 days, like clockwork. Damn. Mel, they're really good. You know, I tried to take pictures for you. It's really hard. Like the one plant that is really, really robust and doing really well, the buds basically are like coating the stalk for the most part. So every time I try to take a picture, and granted, my phone is broken, so it's kind of a fuck story. But like every time I try to take a picture, it focuses on the leaves on the outside, and I can't get a picture of any like the cool shit on the inside. I've tried though. We can go outside, but it has to be like hidden behind a shed. Really? Who decides what's hidden? An ounce of weed. Oh wait, an ounce of vape weed lasts about half a year. Weed vape, definitely. I could see that. Vapes last me forever. And as long as you keep them out of the sun, I think they last. Got married now it's over a month. She doesn't know how much money she's saved us in the last 10 years. Bless her though. My thing is I grew up with my dirty brothers smoking, so my mind associates weed smoker with dirt and filth. I totally get that. I have associations like that too with certain things. I think we can't help that. And I feel like people like myself, like it's not my job, but I hope I give a better example of what a pothead actually is. Because I don't know one pothead who is a dirty nasty. If anything, most of them are a little OCD. And they use the pot to maybe not vacuum 5 times a day. Not that I would do that. Oh yeah, I was trying to open Discord to see Viata's picture. Hold on. I remember my brain died for a second. They lost my phone again, so that's fun. So I still don't have a phone. Apparently not going to be here till Monday. It was in Colorado and they sent it to Oregon. I don't even know what to do anymore. The world is broken. It's broken. It's me. I'm a curse. I think I'm literally a walking curse. There it is. Third one, Knives. Third one. Holy shit, Viata. Shut the fuck. Hold on. The things we do to get into our fucking drugs, and all we had was a goddamn Ziploc back in the day. Chesh, could you go get it for me? That's amazing. You literally had to curl the fuck. I've never seen one like that before. So it's like it was a spin-off lid that that's incredible. That's incredible. They're getting a little severe, right? This is a little severe. CJR, welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. It looks like an old school can opener. That's what I was thinking too. Dude, fuck that shit. I've never seen a case like that. That can suck my ass. It's supposed to be a press and twist, but would not open. Fuck that. Fuck that. You need to send this to the company. I mean, not as a bitch move, but as a joke. Like, I know you mean for this to be child safe, but this is ridiculous. You've made it everyone safe. Like, how am I supposed to eat your product? That's insane. I don't know. Actually, it's a soup. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you where it is in Oregon because it's a town it's a weird town. Hold on. Hold up. It's because I'm mildly familiar with Oregon, and I didn't recognize it. I just want the weed, right? Like, I don't understand. I don't have any kids. Do I need to tell you I don't have any kids just so you won't like hammer my shit shut? I know I'm trying to think of it, but it's a weird one. It's in Troutdale. Troutdale, Oregon. Never heard of that one. Apparently that's where your FedEx is. Cheers to not them. Fuck FedEx. Dude, Kel, fuck yeah. Cheers to that. The problem is the engineers of the containers don't get to smoke out and try to. Oh my god, they're bitter. They're coming for us. Have I tried explosives? What? Oh, for the weed container? Just a cherry bomb? Press and twist is stupid. My least favorite is the baggies where you have to like put one thumb in one area and one in the other and pull them apart. They don't make sense to me. They're hard to open and any kid can use fucking scissors. Scissors. Come on. Except for the fact that most of my bosses are probably also going to get furloughed because fucking dysfunctional Congress on the 1st. We're not, I don't want to even think about that. The world is on fire. It is basically Portland. Okay, that's why I don't know what it is. It's one of those cities. Like Kirkland is to Seattle. It's basically just Seattle. I'm a UPS stand. My baby works there. Man, I would never. When I say fuck FedEx, I hope no one ever thinks I'm like if you work for FedEx. I am 100% understanding that it's no one's fault that is on any level we are on. Like FedEx is understaffed, overworked, idiotic as a company, not the people. I know a lot of people that have worked for like UPS, USPS, FedEx, etc. The stories they have are fucked up. Box cutter, that's it. Let's open. I'll show you this one. So this one is even a bigger kicker. So not only does it have a safety inside, but you have to use scissors to get to the safety. So basically you're choosing to either cut here or here. One will make it really difficult to open and one won't. But like, where's the logic? I was going to open it that way, but I wanted to show you the stupid Ziploc inside. I think I'm going to cut the Ziploc. They literally put it right in the... It's so... I just don't get it. I don't get it. My division is mostly non-appropriated funds, so we can continue working, but it's going to hit most of the military pretty hard. Oof. Company worker. Yeah. It's like the Sugarland Texas peeps saying they are from Katie, Texas. Wait, there's Katie, Texas? What? So you open it, and now it's like you've got these two things, but the zip part's in the middle, and somehow you're supposed to stick your fingernail in that and, like, open it. But, like, how? That's the safety open. But, like, what kid can't just cut below that fucking thing? Whoa! She a strong bitch. Holy shit. The lid got locked by the turpentines crystalline over time. Oh, plastic seals is about only way to stop that issue. Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking, like, heat or something. These are stupid. And you can't recycle them. I'm never going to be a proponent of using plastic crap just to make it look pretty if it's literally going to fill a landfill. I looked for tabs. There are none. There are no tabs. It's just the Ziploc. And I've closed it again, so it's fucked again. It's just a Ziploc. That's it. Ugh! And it's like, come on, it's 3.5 ounces. Like, this is it. They put all that effort in for like, wow, that's a huge bud actually for that. Holy shit. Holy fucking Merry Christmas, y'all. Woo! Holy, she kind of smells like chocolate. Literally, it's a slice. Like, you just cut a centimeter below and it's open. Katie, Texas is outside Houston. I didn't know there was a Katie. Why is it called Katie? Is it after a person or does Katie have another meaning? I'm genuinely curious. Yeah, they should have there's nothing. It's just, and then you close it again and you're fucked again. You gotta fucking break a wrist. I try to pull under the zip and that helps sometimes. That's what I do. Like you push your fingers down. They give everything, Mikey. We get, like, it depends on the brand. So this one came like this. This one came in a bag. I've never tried this actually. Artsy, the OG ocean grown. We don't have a fucking ocean here. Where did you come from? What? Oh, that's the strain. Okay, ocean grown is the strain. We're good. I was so confused. Ocean grown hybrid indica dominant. Grab the crew and get ready to feel like a true OG. Chill and confident. Our legendary ocean grown cut is an indica dominant flower that has been the foundation of countless breeding projects over the years. This flower provides a euphoric, uplifting feeling as you roll through your day. This is not rolling. You're not rolling. Flavor profile. Diesel and piney aromas distinct as the lowrider style you've come to expect from an OG. The marketing is hilarious. But yeah, they come like this. They come like this. This is one I was showing off earlier. This is another very annoying safety packaging. So it's got two lids with little black arrows that you have to spin simultaneously and line them up to open it. And then it's got like a little peely and then your weeds inside. And then we get like these big fat boys by 7. This was like 7 grams, I think, was in this at one point. These ones, these are my favorite because they're actually porcelain. I reuse these for like everything. Paint them, make little flower vases or something. And then we got these guys. These are the pressed down, and the like really hard to open by 777. That's the brand. Unparalleled, allegedly. Ugh, come on. Empty, of course. We get like all sorts. And then my dispensary that I go regularly has its own packaging like this. These are like this is actually my Burning Man weed. Sat in a hot car, so this is gonna be skag weed for emergencies. But normally I would never keep weed in this because it's not airtight. But these are my favorites because you literally just pinch and pop, and then you'll have all your bud inside. And then like these kind of guys that look kind of like a lotion. These are also nice because they're glass, so I can actually reuse them or recycle them, which is nice. Plastic is the shit. And then you get your weed inside. I've seen it every way you can think of. It depends on the like the brand. If you buy medical, I think it actually comes in little medical jar, like medicine jars. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never been medically. I don't do medical. Oh, and then there's this. I don't know if this one's another brand. Who is this? Loco Love. Cute, adorable. Push down, pot. All sorts. It really depends on the brand, but I like when they do these ones, these porcelain things, because I know they're recyclable, but I reuse them for like feeding jars for my animals and shit like that. Plastic is where I really just fucking hate it. I hate plastic. I don't know. Did I show you this one? One of these this is another one. One of the smaller 710 labs. These ones are kind of cool. They do really nice airtight packaging. So you've got that on there, and then I don't know what the fuck the point of this is, but 710 always puts this little cardboard guy in there that says 710 Labs, and then they've got their little thing on the back. They had a lot to say. Do you hear Lil? She's laying on my couch like a slug doing it. Literally, she was like half asleep, like. We are fearsome wolves. All right, let me check my door or something. I'll be right back. You guys are dumb. Silly dumbs. Oh, I know, Chesh, it's very bizarre. I'm like, my house is super fucking small, and I am basically just in the corner of my front room because, like, I don't have another place to be. Kitchen is right behind you guys. Street. The mice. Oh, I actually finally found some rodent killer that's like, how do I put it? It's like safe for other animals. So, for instance, if the mouse dies of eating the poison and a cat or something eats that mouse, the cat won't die. Because, like, I just don't want mice getting in my house this winter. And the fact that Lilith killed 3 in under a week really freaks me out. So, we put out some mouse bait. Hopefully, they will eat it. Mice, though. It's hard to, I mean, there's so many different, like, rat killer, mouse killer, whatever you want to say out there. And they'll be like, safe for dogs. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean safe for dogs? If arsenic's in it, nothing should be eating it. I don't know how you can legally say something with arsenic in it. Like, you can promote that. How? I don't know enough about arsenic, but that doesn't seem great. But I know there's neighborhood cats. You guys know about Willard, my fucking like tomcat thing that I've adopted that kills things. I don't want any of them to die. I don't want to kill anything really, but mice are a problem. They'll chew through your walls and shit like that. You don't want mice in your house, and they have diseases. And part of me is a little afraid that Lilith catching these mice all the time, she's gonna get like a disease, like she's gonna get something. And I don't. They've got all their shots and stuff, but what the fuck do mice have? Migrants, it's been so bad. So normally in the summertime, it's hot as fuck and we have tons of fires. And this summer, I swear to fuck, it feels like living in Baltimore. It's been rainy and wet and the mosquitoes are out of control. But because of that like mild climate, the mice are just proliferating. Everything's proliferating. So like beautiful, everything's really green, which is really nice. But we have, I mean, if almost every single time I open my back door, I see at least one little field mouse like run across my yard. And Zach does too. He sees them almost daily. I know they're out there, and I have like a little garden and shit, so I know they're probably living in there, and it's just ugh. I know. I want to call my vet. They actually have an appointment coming up to get some update on shots, and I was gonna ask them. Arsenic is naturally occurring in a lot of stuff like seafood, so I can imagine a low amount being safe for dogs, considering it's safe for us. Is it? I wonder if that's it then. I wonder if it's like just enough to kill a mouse then. I don't know. I did not study arsenic in school. I am gonna talk to the vet though, because you never know. I'm glad she's killing them. Like, I'm glad my dogs don't let mice in my house, but also, like, what if they have something? Because she definitely she crushes their skull. She kills them. It's very sad. That would be my guess too. I mean, I would never willingly like. I still don't want anything else to die. Like, honestly, I don't want the mice to die. I just don't want them to be here. You mean not every RT takes an arsenic class? I know. Well, believe it or not, I actually have a chemistry degree on top. Like I did before becoming an RT. I did chemistry first, and then they were like, "So you're gonna work in a pharmaceutical lab?" And I was like, "I don't want to work in a pharmaceutical lab." So that's why I went to nursing and then went to RTing. But I didn't learn about it there either. But I did isolate caffeine out of a tea bag and learned how to make meth. So chemistry. My old man dog, Mr. Pickles, did nothing but kill voles in my yard. And he's fine. That's what Lilith's been doing. And it's actually, Knives, it's kind of fascinating. So Lilith always, like, if we go outside, she's the one that has the mouse in her mouth. But I've never seen her actually actively get one. And they're like twitching and half alive. So I know she's catching them. But Trick never has one. And so I've been watching them. They work in like an instinctual team. I don't know what to call it, but he's like the flusher and she waits around a corner and catches them. It is fucking fascinating. I watched them in my little like backyard field yesterday. I was out there waiting, and he nuzzles around and like pushes the bushes around, and she waits on the other side of him just like a pointer. It's so weird. I was like, "Oh my god, they work like a pack." Like on accident. Yes! Literally, a fool ate my father! How long did he lay still? Jesus Christ. From what I know of wolves, canines are not generally susceptible to disease carried by rodents. Good. That, I mean, and they have like their rabies shots and all that. So I know we're good there. They're actually really important for controlling disease spread in the wild. Mice are, or rodents in general. Literally one lines them up, the other attacks. It's insane. They and you are a pack. I forget about that sometimes, but that's literally how dogs view it, and it's kind of fascinating. And it's like Trick flushes it out, Lilith catches the thing, kills it, and then brings it to me and goes bleh, and it twitches at my feet, and she's like, "Good dog? Good dog." And then she picks it up and wanders off with it. It's just fucking like, "I am impressed by you and love you. Good job." Oh, wolves are. No shit. I didn't know. Is it because they interesting. You know, I think there's something really, really similar about carrion birds in that way, in that, like, vultures and any kind of carrion animal, essentially, like, they have saliva or a gut enzyme or something like that that takes care of rot disease, so they can eat rotting flesh and shit like that, like anything out rotting, that normally would spread disease. And by them consuming all that rotting flesh, they're eliminating that disease spread. I think I watched a special on it because I was learning about how California condors, how they were like critically endangered because of lead bullets, lead buckshot or some shit like that. Like people would shoot things and just leave the dead thing full of lead buckshot in the desert, and then vultures would come eat it, get lead poisoning, die. It was fucking so sad. Like California condors are one of the coolest animals. Condors in general are incredible. And it was really sad. Like I guess they're coming back now. Like California got on it quick, was like, "Oh my god, lead buckshot illegal, don't use it anymore. Let's rescue the condors cuz holy shit, me too." Vultures are fascinating. Like I've um it's problematic obviously. We know now cuz we're adults and we learn, but The Jungle Book was like my favorite movie as a child. I've just fucking adored Jungle Book, and the vultures in it were like my favorite characters ever. "What do you want to do?" "I don't know. What do you want to do?" And I used to like go to school and mimic them, and then once someone would like mimic it back, I'd be like, "Did you know vultures are bald so that they can eat guts? It's so they can shove their head into carcasses. Did you know?" How did my mom must have known something was wrong, right? She had to have known somewhere like deep inside that like something's up with that one. Cheers to that. No shit. Biologists have had to release foxes to control diseased groundhog populations. That's fascinating. That girl ain't fucking right. Sounds normal to me. It, like, I didn't think it was odd at the time, but when I think back on things I did as a child, like, for instance, the Monday after my dad died, I went to school for show and tell and told the class my dad died. Like, it's funny, but if I was the mom of that kid, I'd probably wonder. Like, if my kid did that, I'd be like, "Oh my god, I fucked up." But to me, I was like, "I've got a big show and tell for Monday. My dad died yesterday and I watched." I think the teacher actually called my mom. I don't remember. I was like first grade or something. Funny though. My shit is so clogged. I gotta unclog my bowl. You piece of crap. Where's my needle? So in 1895, James Oliver Thomas laid out a town. In January of 1896, the town of Katie was named through Thomas's post office application. The name Katie was derived from the MKT, railroad company, which was commonly referred to as the Katy, for why Katy, Texas has its name. God damn it. Katie is such a boring name. I keep looking for it to be cool, and then it just ends up not cool again. So for show and tell, I would like to show you how I am as my dad is now dead. I remember doing it. I just like I've got a show and tell, but I don't remember what my mom said or did afterwards, but I remember doing it. As an adult, I see that as a rational way to cope with trauma. You think so? I think he died the day before. I don't remember. I think I want to say he died on the Sunday after Thanksgiving. I was 7, so I don't remember. Nuh-uh. I knew a girl named Katie who grew up to raise miniature ponies and race them. You've made my day better just informing me that people race miniature ponies. What? That's magic. That's beautiful. That's the best, Katie. My hometown is named Wichita Falls, founded in 1876. That is an interesting name, which is named for the Wichita Indians and the low water river falls that existed there until 1886 when they were washed away by a flood. No shit. Isn't Wichita where BTK came from or something? That was BTK City, wasn't it? Sad that I know cities by their murderers. BTKD, no! Wait. Eh, could be worse. That's gonna be, oh my god, can I take that and use that as my spooky name? You know, everybody changes their fucking Twitter names around Halloween. Can I be BTKD? Because is that too much? Is that sick? I watch a lot of true crime, so my meter's off. Katie is short for Catherine, and Catherine the Great is anything but boring. Very, very true. But the Catherines in it's so convoluted. My family name's Catherine, but with a C. So like my nana was a Catherine, her mom was a Catherine, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. My mom decided to have a child, and my dad did not want one because he was already married. He was still married and had 2 daughters already, and was like almost 60 or something. And my mom was like, guess I'll just stop taking my birth control. And so that's what she did. And she got pregnant with me. So my dad like fucking hated her for it. And when I was born, he was like, we're naming her Katie with a K as a way to like fuck you. I don't think that like the Catherine with a C is the Christian one. And she had like a foreskin ring from Jesus or some shit, right? Yeah. I think St. Catherine claimed to have a foreskin ring from Jesus. Which, like, I mean, repurpose, reuse, right? But, like, I think I'm the 11th Catherine if my dad hadn't have been a fucking douchebag. Thank you feels great because that's fucking great. Honestly, every Katie I've always known has been very, very nice. I've never known a Katie I didn't dig, other than myself. Haha, no, really. Katies are pretty chill, but I think it's because we just like, it's the 5th most popular name in the history of forever. So there's so many of us, like, why try? Ooh, I've liked a lot of the Dolly Parton mixes that have come out. Did you hear her rendition of 9 to 5 she did with Kelly Clarkson? It's really pretty. They slow it down and make it a little bit like kind of add a different kind of emotional feel to it. Do you want to? It's really good. I just lost a needle on my desk. I picked it up, I set it down. Oh no. Oh well. That's fine. I'll stab myself eventually. I have needs now. Oh my god, what kind? It's definitely not a boring origin story. I mean, I guess. I was born on a full moon too. Blue full moon. Wild. Yeah, I was a regret baby. And then she did it again 5 years later with my sister, and then my dad drank himself to death. Hence the dying part in the show and tell. We've come full circle. Hold up. No, not Dilly Parton. Typing with these nails is impossible. I feel like a hunt and peck. Dolly Parton needs. I'm about to play some. Hold on. This is the one Viata doesn't know about, and then I'll play the 9 to 5 one with Kelly Clarkson. It's really pretty. Like, regardless of whether you're fans, you got a respectable. So I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a totally decent stream out of this and only end an hour early. And then everyone was like, it's East Coast, 2 p.m. I was like, fuck. So we rated it and basically like community watched it, and I just spammed the chat with emotes the whole time. It was so much fun to watch and listen to their voices. And what was crazy is I guess it's not crazy, but I would like get up and go to let the dogs out and be listening, and I'd be like, oh my god, that is a stereo. Like his voice was just so on point. It was so fucking sick. It makes me miss playing tabletop, like true tabletop, like with humans. Thank you. This is Peachy's tweet. I just loved it so much. It sounds like stupid bitching, but like as a bi person, self-identified, it's really hard to have any sort of like representation because if you're in a cis relationship, you're not gay or bi, you're straight. But if you're in a gay relationship in someone's eyes, you're gay, you're not bi. Like you can't be bi to the vast majority of people, and I just don't understand it. And my boy Peachy tweeted this morning, and I saw it before stream, and it brought a tear to me eye. PSA: not greedy, not incapable of monogamy, not on our way to coming out as gay. Happy Bi Visibility Day. Love comes in many shapes and forms, and none of them are wrong unless it's children. You're fucked up. Go to jail. Yeah, High Rollers was fucking sick. I had such a good time. I loved it was really cool because you could tell a lot of them had never played before, so watching the GM kind of instruct them and teach them what they're... Is this my life today? People coming to my door, literally trying to sell me shit. Door to door. Solar panels? I said I'm working like 4 times. And he just kept going. He asked me how long I'd lived here and asked if I liked it. And I said, I fucking hate it here. And he said, really? What's better? And I said, literally anywhere. And he goes, oh, I'll come back later. And I was like, yeah, you should. What year is it? Did I almost buy a vacuum? Right? What's happening? I have a big red sign that says, we work from home. Please do not knock. And my dogs have gone off 3 times today because of this shit. You kind of have to be. I mean, I wasn't trying to be rude. I was actually being completely honest. But normally I wouldn't be that fucking blatantly honest with someone at my door. But what the fuck is happening? My door literally says, don't knock. Big red sign, don't knock. We work from home. And he opened my screen door and went past that sign to knock on my door. I just don't. What's happened? Does anyone buy something from someone at their front door? Has anyone done that? Jack of Knights, thank you for that follow. No, I shouldn't have to say I'm working 4 times. Like, I'm busy, bruh. I should have said, like, I've got the mad shits. Can you come back? Yeah, it says no soliciting. We work from home. Don't knock. Blah. It's got a whole thing. It's big. It's red. Check your township. Some townships will allow you to be on a list that makes it illegal for them to come to your door. No shit. I will. I'm writing that down. They come so rarely, but every year, this time of year, it's people trying to get you. It's from what I understand, it's a total scam. It's a solar panel program where this company puts solar panels on your roof, but you don't own them. You don't pay anything up front, blah, 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 blah. And then they just take all the extra energy and sell it. But they put it out there like, oh yeah, we put solar panels on your house and give you power for free. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's super sus. I never let anyone staple something permanent to your roof that you don't own. What the like, who would do that? I don't know. Yep, and they don't deal with the inevitable water damage from the installation. If you want to redo your roof, like your shingles or something like that, you have to pay someone a lot of money to work around or get under these things. Like, it's just stupid. I would have pointed to the sign and said, "Do you read?" I'm never clever like that. We're in the neighborhood and given a deal. No, Mishy, it was so much creepier. No shit. This is how the guy started the conversation. Like, hey, I don't remember what fucking company he's with. I'm from this and this company. Have you seen our big white van going up and down the road lately? And I was like, no. Oh, well, we've been traversing the neighborhood, checking on, like, who the fuck starts a conversation with, have you seen our big white van stalking your neighborhood lately? Bitch, I'm like 3 blocks from an elementary school. What the fuck? No, I do not want your molesty Lester fucking panels on my house. Who says traversing? Murderers. Say traversing. I watch a fair amount of true crime, and I'm pretty sure I just about got fucking true crimed. Have you seen my windowless van with the muffled screaming and knocking coming from the inside? Why? I used to get churchies. No shit. But after me just being fuck off, they kind of stopped coming here. No shit. I haven't got a churchie in a while. I'd probably invite them in and be like, would you like to sit on my stream and talk about God with my stream? Oh my God. If a Jehovah ever comes to my door, I'm sitting them down. I'm gonna do it. I know they would. Oh, I know they would. And that would be the best part. I fucking know they would. Oh. Life goal. Life goal. I'm answering the door every day. I might put the camera on my door just to make sure I'm not murdered because I don't ever answer my front door because murderers go to front doors. But like, dude, no shit. Oh my God, I kind of want it to happen. That would be so much like fun. I don't know any personally, but they do go door to door once in a while. I just normally do not answer the door. But like, I totally would invite one in and be like, would you like to talk to some people that may or may not hail Satan every day in a facetious way and have a glass of water? Right? Two cute little Mormon missionaries in their little white shirts and their ties and their little bikes parked out front my house. It just be the cutest shit you ever did, Don C. Oh my fuck. I need this now. I'm gonna put a cross in front of my house or something. I need to how do you attract a Christian? Does anybody have a little boy I can borrow? Hello! I get for answering the front door. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you washed your disgusting hands. Isn't that beautiful? I didn't realize there's a fucking video. There's a video of them doing it live. Do we watch it? I didn't know. I feel we should have. Well, shit, Brain said kids, but then I immediately said, nope, Cinder, you shouldn't make those jokes. But then you did. I mean, that's kind of what I'm here for, I think. I'm the little dark thing in the brain. I need to shut my mouth. That's the problem. Do we? I kind of want to. Simply because I want to hear Dolly Parton live. Like, I'm pretty positive her voice is fucking great. Luna, it's Dolly Parton singing 9 to 5, but Kelly Clarkson accompaniment. Hip hop eponymous. Accompanying. That's not a word. Is that a word? Accompanying. The few times I've had them knock at my door, I seem to have managed to confuse them, especially one time they asked me about life happiness, and I just started rambling off. Oh my God. I never answered the door for them because it's just like, I don't want to expend energy on things I don't want to, but like the idea of inviting one on stream is great. Accompanying. There's got to be a word right there. Recommended start for smoking the G. Don't want anything too strong to start, but I want to replace it with drinking. Callie a star. So what I would suggest is if it's legal, is it recreationally legal where you live? They have bud of every single strain these days. And what my dispensary does actually is I can go online and I can order online. I don't have to talk to a bud tender. I don't have to like go up and like look at the shelves or ask a bud tender or anything if I don't want to. But what you can do is you can go online and you can actually sort all the bud by THC percentage, sort it from lowest to highest. And at the lowest, at least in my dispensary, I think a lot of them do this, they will have bud that's like 5% THC and like 24% CBD. That's where I would start. And then, buy 3.5 ounces, grams, buy the smallest amount you can, try it, see how you like it, and then slowly creep up from there. It's hard to go back once you hit that tolerance. You know what I'm saying? So it's best if you don't smoke currently or you don't smoke a lot to start small, hit a nice high range. Don't start at the fucking like peak because your tolerance will just go fucky and then you're stuck there and you're like me and you're looking for the highest percentages possible. But yeah, 100%. Just like look for the bud like that. Also, CBD can be really, really, really helpful when you're cutting back on something else. So like drinking or cigarettes or something like that, because CBD has a relaxant in it. It has an anti-inflammatory. It has anti-inflammatory properties. A lot of people use it for depression and shit like that or anxiety. CBD is kind of amazing. So especially when you're cutting off something else, it can help a lot with that. And even myself, someone who smokes daily all the time, I suggest for everyone who consumes THC in literally any form, make sure to stop, please. make sure to have some sort of jar, like CBD gummies around the house or CBD lozenges or something that's just CBD, because all recreationally legal weed these days, they have bred it and hybrid it and perfected it to the point where it has zero CBD in it. So they have to specifically breed strains to have high percentages of CBD, which is where you'll find on the low THC level, and that's where I suggest starting. But most of it has none of it, and CBD was the agent in weed that helped calm you down, relax you, and prevent the panic or the anxiety that some people get when they smoke pot. So starting with CBD on board and then going with it and getting like less CBD, more THC, and kind of fucking with it on your own can help prevent that, because I don't want anyone to have an anxiety, anything like that. And then honestly, the way you smoke, in my opinion, is also kind of paramount to how your experience is. Smoking spliffs, joints, pipes, it's going to be really, really hot smoke. It's going to cause a lot of coughing, and it can cause mucosal breakdown of your throat. I would suggest like going to a dispensary, going to a local smoke shop, and just getting like a little bubbler like this. These are perfect for personal use, but that chamber in the water cools that smoke down to a safe temperature where you're not causing any damage. And you're not going to be coughing excessively more than you should be. Does that make sense? It's better to start vaping instead of smoking. I would suggest that too, but I think it depends on where you are, because there's still a lot of places where the vape can be very ghetto. Like you can get vapes at like gas stations and stuff that you just don't know what's in them. And I don't know. I try not to assume where people live, because you just don't know. Like, I would say vapes are great. Like, you could literally, if you don't want to invest in the whole like burning bud, these little vapes are phenomenal. I was just talking about this one earlier, Kalia. These are called Colors. That's like the actual brand. This is the first vape I've ever found that actually gets me a little stoned, doesn't just make me like a little dumb. These are great. They taste like fruit. They smell like fruit. One puff, you're good. Like, they're rechargeable. They're phenomenal. And it's an all-in-one. Like, these are just ready to go. They're great. They're literally convenience at paramount right there. And they're all like the yellow ones, these are like strawberry lemonade, and they have no weed smell. You can get vapes. Like I was just talking about this earlier. I have some vape cartridges like these that are called live rosin, and these smell and taste like weed. But a lot of people aren't into that, especially if you're just starting out. Like it tastes like and smells like a skunk's asshole to you. I totally get that. This just tastes like fruit. I've blown it in the face of a non-weed smoker. He smelled no weed, no nothing. It's just fruit. So it really depends. Also, like someone, I think Mel was saying it. The perk to these is it's cold smoke. There's no heat involved at all. Like I accidentally have taken way too big of hits off this because you don't even feel it. Like I'll do one. Hold on. Also, key to hitting these: leave cracks open on each side of your mouth and take in room air while you're hitting it. You will have way less coughing, because you can cough yourself stupid with these because you'll take too big. It was Mel. Who said it? Who the fuck said it? God damn it. Well, I'm giving you credit. I just felt it. It's wild. Nothing. I feel nothing. Like there's no burn, nothing. They're kind of wild. Dude, did you get some of these? Tell me if you liked them. I know I'm probably gonna get very baked off that one hit. You feel it like here. You feel it like a good weed hit, like out of an ice bong or something like that, but nothing. No burn, no. They're quite nice. But I don't know if brands. PAX, I think, is literally everywhere. PAX eras, they're great. They do tend to smell and taste more like weed, but it's like a little cartridge like this that you plug into a battery you already have. Whereas that's the battery. You can recharge them. They're ready to go. So they're a little bit more convenient. And if you're just starting out, it can be a lot. It's less daunting the easier it is to get into. And a lot of people don't smoke a bong simply because it looks like drugs. It has the stigma of like pot. It looks messy. It looks like it's a big deal. In my opinion, it's literally the least management of any smoking device ever. But like, to each their own. You know what I mean? Try these colors. That's the brand. So if you look them up, someone actually found. Do I still have that up? Actually, someone. Oh, I do. Oh my God, Callie, here you go. This is the website for them. Obviously, you have to look for them in your local area, wherever you are. But That's the website for them. You can see all the different flavors and stuff they have. These were all the ones in my purse that I just have laying around for like what if. But yeah, that's the website. Click on that link. Colors, that's the brand. I don't That's it. That's all they're named with. Yep, you just want to be very, very but like Viata said, this is so true. Vapes are dangerous for absent-minded folks. They hit so smooth and cool, you end up taking a really big hit. Very, very key information. What as in my personal experience, now they're like Viata and a couple other people in chat actually work at dispensaries, so they know excessively more than I do, and I welcome all your opinions, please. We are such proponents of making your like weed experience great and not a panic-filled fuckfest. Like that is not what we want. So many people are so helpful. We actually have an entire Discord channel, not trying to pimp out Discord or anything, but we do have an entire Discord channel labeled Hypothetical Shenanigans, and it is dedicated to the weeds. Where like there's people that work in grow houses, people that personally grow in there, posting pictures of their grows, people talking about the information. So many fucking smart people in there that know more about this than I do. I just regurgitate what I learned from them. But in my personal experience, what I like about vapes is that it's much easier to find a lower percentage of THC in them. Like, for instance, these ones are... How many milligrams are in here? Holy small writing. Holy shit, it's even smaller. That's what she said. Holy, say it somewhere else. So this is 45% THC, 34% CBD. So I got this one as a relaxy. Most of them have 0 CBD in them, which is allegedly 450 milligrams of THC and 340 milligrams of CBD. You can get them, though, where it's like 10% THC. Because it's easier, I think, to curate the percentages of vape versus like... True, I didn't even know that was the brand, Luna. They're amazing, right? It's the first vape I've ever found that actually gets me a little high, ever. And I've tried a ton. I had kind of given up. Like, PAX was as close as I'd ever gotten. These guys, the little PAX pods. Normally, they just give me this, like... Normally, I hit a vape, and I get the feeling of being at the end of being high. That's the first feeling most vapes have ever given me. These actually give me a little bit of a buzz, and they're the first, and I don't know why, but they're great. As someone that's an easy bake, my vape got gunky and clogged before I could even finish one. No shit. So I have one that's clogged right now. What I've noticed is if you set them up like this, they'll get unclogged. This one is. Oh, got him. Whoa. What are you? White cherry. Very vanilla-y. But usually set them up like this so the stuff can go down into the bottom of the barrel. Just set them upright for a bit, and then you can kind of like... It's like a nipple clog. Like a duct clog. Just let that baby get it. Good whatever, C-Town time zone. How are you? Don't also don't be ashamed to just tell your bud tender that you want the frou frou candy flavored kind. Absolutely. And like for real, Kalia, if you have recreationally legal bud in your state, find a good dispensary nearby and go just tell a bud tender exactly what you just told me. I'm trying to replace my drinking habit with some weed. Can you help me with some low THC bud? Bud tenders they live to help. They want, like, even me who does an online order, when I go in, they're like, hey, can I suggest a different strain to you that's better than one of the ones you picked up at the same price? Like, they love curating the best perfect high for you because they want you to come back. They want you to come back and work with them. They want you to have a good experience. They're just like us. Like, we don't want anybody going away with just, like, the most expensive thing in the house and getting fucked out of their minds. They live for it, and they have such a good time. I can't let them know I'm having the sex. Sinful. My son gave me a vape, but I swear it was fucking rapper weed. One hit, and I melted into my chair. Dude, there are some vapes out there. Find out what brand that is, just out of curiosity. People be weird, and not just weird about buying condoms, but won't buy them from a female cashier. People are weird about buying condoms. I thought we were joking. I have no babies, but I've heard that, like, the nipple ducts can get clogged, and it's super painful, and babies have an apt ability to suck them out. I don't fucking know. It's wild. Oh my god, I had to call the fire department because my alarm wouldn't turn off, and they came with flashing lights. I mean, like, what if there was a fire somewhere else in the building that was setting off your fire alarm, though? You did the right thing. What else were you gonna do? What were you gonna do? What were you gonna do, man? What were you gonna do? It's going off for a reason, right? What happened? We have a large number of customers who insist on parking in our employee parking area so that people won't see my car here.
What?
I picture you going in like Ron Swanson. I know more than you. Similar, but it's more like, I know what I'm about, son. I said all the eggs and bacon you have. That's usually me. If I find, like, if they have a strain in stock that I'm obsessed with, and I know previously I'm obsessed with, and they're like, hey, can we trade this strain out for something better? Bitch, don't fucking touch my whatever strain. I get very, protective. I wish you were in California. I work for a nonprofit that helps seniors. We're trying to find a professional who can host a class for seniors on how to get safely baked. Oh my God. That's literally, as a respiratory therapist, something I lived for. I used to work for a Better Breathers thing where it was a volunteer thing, but after work, a group of just anybody who had emphysema could come to this club, and it was a bunch of respiratory therapists who volunteered to literally teach them how to breathe better. Breathe Better Club, Better Breathers Club. It was amazing. It was so much fun. But they had so many questions like that. Like, if I have emphysema, can I smoke pot? Can I smoke a vape? And it's one of those situations where I can be honest, like, honest, like medically honest. I'm still being a medical professional, but I can be honest in that the hospital is not like behind me, like, I'm gonna get fucking sued for this stuff. I love education, was my favorite thing in the whole world. I love doing education because it's just like, I feel like it's really fun for me to take the knowledge I have and bring it to a level where everyone can understand it, not just someone who's had X amount of fucking science years on their belt, which is hard because when doctors talk, sometimes I feel like it's a whole lot of, here's my $20 word I learned in college. Bye. Bless their hearts. Hello, Genova. How are you, love? Get a baby to fix my vape. Exactly. Exactly. I work at Target, and last week I had a lady insist I stay on register and ring her items out. She had a full cart, and I was only backing up. I asked her to move down to the next cashier. She sheepishly said, I want a female cashier, please. She was purchasing 2 vibrators in addition to other stuff. I have never, ever considered my cashier when checking out of a store before. Holy shit. What a whole new level of anxiety some people must suffer. God damn. People are so fragile. They can't even buy a pack of condoms, a cucumber, a 5-gallon barrel of lube. And that young stock boy, please. What up, Theory? I learned a fun medical term yesterday that I bet you know. Pneumothorax. Oh, yeah. Why did you learn it? Wait. You don't have one, right? Do you like the hybrid? I usually go for hybrids or sativas just because indicas I feel like are still going to lay me out. Like, I still think I have like a stigma in my head and I don't want to get sleepy. My dad's being weird. Found out from my mom. His collection of guns won't be going to me or my brother when he dies. Quote, afraid we are going to sell them, end quote. But he'll be dead. Not to be insensitive. But he'll be dead. I don't give a fuck about my shit after I die. Weird. You have one? No! Was it a random? Was it a random one? No. I know. Get your vibrators at self-checkout or on the internet. Damn. Anxiety is terrible. I mean, I sympathize with anyone that has anxiety. I've had pointless anxiety before that made me afraid of breathing. Dude. There's nothing. I know it's such a low bar, but I'm thankful I can have hubby get me pads and tampons. He doesn't always get what I want, but he doesn't care about buying them for me. Dude, no. Fucking yeah. I agree so hard. I don't even know how else to agree hard enough with that one. Like, what the fuck? There's one cashier at the grocery store I go to, and sometimes I'm not in the mood. One time he pushed chips across the checkout and said, nom, 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 nom. What the fuck? I ain't here for fucking noms. Dude, theory. Was it a spontaneous pneumothorax? So, for those just curious, if you care, a pneumothorax is when a lobe of your lung spontaneously collapses, or doesn't spontaneously, but it collapses. Usually because the parenchyma holding the lung, there's a fluid that helps the parenchyma connect to the lung, and the parenchyma is what's pulled by the diaphragm, and that suction holds the lungs, and that's what expands the lungs. And for some reason that fails, so the lung just like doesn't stick, and it collapses. And it's called a pneumothorax. And it's wild. There's this crazy statistic. It's like men between the ages of 16 and like 40 have this crazy high rate of spontaneous pneumothorax, meaning it happens for no fucking reason at all. And they just have to come in and get that shit inflated. It sucks. I am so fucking sorry. Oh my God. Dude, that was like my job. I hope you're okay. I hope you're feeling like, have you. Dude's a crayon, right? Like, oh my God, they have a bleeding human in their life they love. God for fucking bid. Not like they should know to go through self checkout. More like I need to go through self checkout because people are too much some days. 100%. Also, like if you're buying something embarrassing, just go through self checkout. I don't know. They're not sure. I started getting chest pain yesterday afternoon. Oh, got worse over an hour. So my sister brought me to the ER. Pain was like 8 out of 10. Oh, ow, ow. Jesus fuck. Did they get it? I would explain how we reinflate them, but considering you've maybe just had it done or you're gonna have it done, I don't want to freak you out. It's literally the one out of the 2 times I've ever fainted in the hospital was a pneumothorax inflation. Oh, they are not it's you have separate lobes, so it's like you can still breathe, but that pressure, it's similar to a heart attack pain, and I've heard it's fucking horrific. Okay, question. How do you get the wrong menstrual item for your partner? So, like, for instance, some people use pads, some people use tampons, some people use, like, a Diva cup, but when it comes to those items specifically, there are different sizes and different brands amongst them. So, like, someone who has really skinny legs and wide hips and a big old thigh gap, they'd need, like, wide set tampon or wide set pads. Some people get, like, super jumbo tampons because they literally dump, like, cups of blood. You poor blessed creatures, I am so fucking sorry. Some people get little skinny light tampons because they barely speckle blood. Like, it's all genetic shit. But, like, for instance, if you're used to the tiny ones, the light tampons, and someone gets you super jumbo, like, that's not gonna fit. It's just not gonna work. But thank you so much. I'll duct tape it in my panties and hope for the best. Know what I'm saying? There's a range. I mean, it even goes beyond that. It's pretty wild, the amount of things that we are required to purchase because, God forbid, anyone knows menstruation. I love when all the people is in self-checkout, it's their first time. Oh my God, as someone who I had to implement self-checkout at Lowe's. When Lowe's got self-checkout machines, I was working there as a head cashier. It was a fucking nightmare. Fucking nightmare. I literally was standing in the aisle with vibrators at CVS talking to my wife and girlfriend about how they both said they wanted new ones. Yeah, I would be the same. I got actually a pretty weird look from my neighbor the other day talking rather loudly on the phone about how I've never had pubic hair, and I don't know, man. I don't know if I should have said that, but like, you're buying shit. Like, stop it. Is the option not to ask a thing? Some people are so ashamed to ask. I don't know why. I have ILD pulmonary fibrosis, so it could be related or could just be spontaneous. Oh, did they inflate that shit? I'll wait in line for self-checkout to go fast and not talk to anyone because I'm an antisocial bitch. Me too. Or sometimes I feel like I can feel the energy of the checkout person, and I'm like, I know you're not going to talk to me or make eye contact. Oh, do your ad. Oh my gosh. You know what, Mittens, what I forgot today.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Take your meds, kids. Today's not the day. Take your meds. Is importante. They tubed you. Drain the iron fluid. Oh, tubed or tubed? Tubed. Which tube? This is why I always ask my wife to either tell me specific names and brands or send me a pic of what she needs. Dude, it's so easy to do a pic, yeah. Also, some of the pads do not stay put. You gotta have those good wings. Wings and good stickum, like actual stickum. Jesus fucking Christ. I think I have that. Hold on.
I've got a
Nope.
help.
No.
Sorry, who
No.
in the bed?
No.
Yeah, we
No. No. No.
turn it off.
Damn it. I used to have a sound alert on here that was from the movie Mean Girls. If you've never seen it, it's a fucking legend. Don't waste any more moments of your time here and go watch Mean Girls. But there's one point in it where the principal at school says, all right, ladies, what is bothering you? Why are you acting crazy? And this one girl raises her hand and goes, this one time, Regina told everyone I had or I wasn't a virgin because I used super jumbo tampons. But it's not my fault that I have a heavy flow and a wide set vagina. And then the principal walks out and gives up immediately. It's fucking gold. I used to have this sound thing on my board and I lost it. Beautiful moments. Beautiful moments. How is the partner not knowing they didn't ask? I mean, obviously. Yeah, that's what I would go for. It was me because I cooked steak and the alarm in the kitchen went off. Managed to silence it. Then the hallway went off. Then silence that one. Then the kitchen one went off. Press the button again. It wouldn't turn off. Spend 15 minutes. What the fuck? Oh, that's weird. I mean, were they able to turn it off? I know. Scotland and I think didn't somewhere... Oh, no. Another country gave sick time to people with cramps. I know that. I used to work at Amazon as a customer service rep. A woman called in about charges on our card she didn't recognize. Oh. Turned out her son was using her card accidentally and bought not one, but 2 giant dildos. Good for him for living his truth, but that poor woman. I don't think any parent, no matter how fucking liberal they are, wants to know about their child's sex life. Nobody. Just like, I don't want to know what my parents are doing. Like, that is where we all mentally check the fuck out. Like, good on them, but nah, dude. Why 2, though? No, I don't want to know why 2. Wait. No. Wait. Lilith doesn't want to know either. We're in agreement. No, we don't want to know. We're good. The hubs, and I use a grocery list app that allows pictures, so I make sure I take clear pictures of my things. Dude, that's awesome. Joy is overrated. I mean, joy to a lot of us is just like not wanting to, or wanting to bathe or something. There's witch tubes? Maybe. True story. My therapist has me talking to cashiers. Damn it. My local 7-Eleven's great. I talk to those cashiers all the time. Actually, same. I don't think it's a 7-Eleven. It's our local gas station. The cashiers in there recognize me, and they're the nicest ladies. I don't want to. No, I don't know why, Knives. I don't know why. No, I don't know why. My virgin mind can't go there. I don't know. Once you stop having periods, it seems like an egregious injustice and inconvenience to bleed and cramp for a week every month. That's even just normal periods, not even the bad ones. I know. I think about that. Like, the amount of years that I would just go to work and probably borderline unsafely be crippled over in pain, but I knew I'd get written up if I called out for cramps. It's kind of fuckery. Like, there are cramps out there that are literally mind-bending, like mind-bendingly bad. And I was out there, like, helping with surgery and shit, like, while my legs were going numb. Just weird. It is. It's unnecessary suffering, and it's like the opinion that the vast majority of the world has is just like, deal with it. Is crazy. Just deal with it. My joy is an opiate and it is not overrated. Hard, yeah. Can you imagine? Oh God, well, yeah, you can. I was gonna say, can you imagine just like living in pain, CJ? Oh my God. Idiot. I live near Boeing and everyone goes to work at the same time, 5 a.m. Lady, they're super nice. That's my Wawa that was close to my house in Baltimore. I almost went there every day before work, so 3 days a week to just get a drip coffee. And the guy at the counter, like 1 day a week, would give it to me for free. He was so nice. He was just like a little old man that was there always at the cigarette counter, and he'd give it to me for free. He was so sweet. Probably because I was in my scrubs, but you know what? I win. getting out of working at a hospital in any fashion is almost impossible. You can't. It is like unless you physically are unable to walk. I talked to my mom about catheters because I had the pleasure. Oh, my asshole just tightened of of having one in for a while, dealing with the kidney stones. She also just got a hysterectomy a few days ago, and we talked about the procedure. Oh shit, was it gnarly? Is she doing good? Oh god. I know, me and my sinful apple eating. For reals, I love apples. I don't get it. Just deal. I mean, literally, just deal. Can't you do something? Or like people be like, "Don't you have painkillers? Can't you just?" Like they look at you like you were unprepared for this. Like I knew this was gonna happen. I don't know. I've literally had a manager write me up because I had such bad cramps. I called in. I couldn't drive. When I get cramps and I don't know why, I think it has to do with uterus tilt. Talking in a serious medical terms. So some people's uteruses tilt like if I was this way, their uterus tilts back. Those people tend to get back aches when they get cramps, like horrific lower back pain every month of their life. Holy shit. And then, I don't know, for me, I don't get that. My legs go numb. So when my cramps are like, I'm just sitting here like wanting to die, my legs start to go to sleep and get all tingly. And they, like, I can feel my thigh muscles. It's almost like if any of you experienced growing pains when you were a kid, it's very akin to that. It's almost like a numb pain. It's so fucking weird, but it is unsafe for me to drive. Like, I literally don't have control. I could just fall over. And I don't know if that's like my body clenching down and cutting blood flow off or nerves or whatever. But I seriously got written up and had to sit down with my boss and have like a counseling session because I called in one day because my cramps were bad. What fucking world is this? Like, what am I supposed to do, sir? You tell me. It's such bullshit. It is. It's just cramps. Like, I know someone who was bedridden. My mom was that way. She'd have to go lay in the dark for 3 days. She had horrible, horrible cramps, bedridden from severe pain and heavy flow. Fuck me. Those women ought to get Norco for a few days a month. I agree. It's insane. One of my sisters, I don't remember if she had horrible, horrible cramps, but she was one of those people who would go through a box of tampons a day. And like, I remember we were only 2 years apart, really small school, so we would see each other in classes sometimes. And teachers would be like, "You've gone to the bathroom 3 times today. Like, do you really need to go? Do you need to go home? Do you need to go see the nurse?" Like, how fucking dare you? She's about to fucking create a flag on her seat. Can you not? Eliza, hello, how are you, love? Cheers. You got them tilty boys that I had a lot of girlfriends in like almost half my volleyball team had the tilty boys and they were all in sync and it was lower back pain. Oh. I think it is knives. It must be because it's like my quads. It feels like post-workout. Like if you've ever done like just a stupid dumb workout on one muscle group and like you can feel you got that weird pump, but also it's kind of numb and like you can't move. You're kind of like wobbly. My thighs it's weird. It's horrible and nothing you can control or do anything about, but you can get written up for it, which is fucking wild. Did I tell you that my nose job was okay? Oh, no shit. Oh, you're going to get the sticks. The doc was upfront about the recovery. It sounds about as bad as what you described. I've watched videos about it because I was real close to getting it done. Waiting till after TwitchCon to get it done, but hooray for not being a mouth breather. From everyone I've known that's gotten like the deviated septum thing done, it's miraculous. Like when they pull those stick nasties out and they can suddenly breathe, it's just like heaven. Apparently, you're gonna feel great. Eliza, we were talking about like how it can be literally different for anyone, and that's for some reason doesn't matter when it comes to like calling in sick or like not being able to work for a day. It doesn't matter, like because no one can see it. Like I guess you can fake like blackout pain. I guess where the fuck is my grant? Oh my god, let's not talk about it. It was right there. The thing to never mansplain. Have you tried using a tampon, dude? I had a boss tell me, "Don't we have like a first aid kit somewhere?" I was like, "What do you want me to do? Use a Band-Aid, motherfucker?" Oh my god. I recently learned my EDS mimics endometriosis syndromes. Yeah, oh god, I listened to someone on YouTube who has EDS and I've been learning a lot about EDS through them. I have to think on it now. They were there and then they disappeared from my head. Who is it? But I've been learning about like the crossover stuff like that. Yeah. EDS is crazy because it's like Eliza finally got diagnosed a few years back, and then suddenly, like, I learned about so many different people that had variations of EDS or like levels of EDS. I had no idea that thing existed before Eliza was diagnosed. Fucking wild. Is it the gen? It might be. Is she like a dermatologist?
Maybe.
I'm scheduling an at-home sleep study. Fuck yes, because my doc thinks my migraines and fatigue are from sleep apnea. It is so possible. Dude, no shit. So for a while there, I would wake up with headaches too, and so I had to do like I didn't do a sleep study. I did something called a King of Hearts or whatever. Eliza did one too. It's like you wear like a heart monitor and it does this thing. And what I found out was I didn't have sleep apnea, but because I'm fucking cold at nighttime and I bundle myself up, I shove my face in a pillow and suffocate myself. Like something in my instinct doesn't tell me to not. So, like, I had to get pillows that I can't do that with. What the fuck? Yeah. LDS, no shit, very, very similar. So, is it like a crossover kind of thing? Found the white set vagina from Mean Girls. Oh, shut the fuck up, Jack. Thank you so much. Hold on. I think I finally got that Kelly Clarkson video to load. It was just being a dick. It was just being a dick for a minute. Sometimes my internet, I think it's honestly just YouTube's been jumpy. Scroll. I might know her then. I follow a few neurologists too. I don't follow like a lot of medical people, but I follow a few dermatologists, a few neurologists. This is the Mean Girls quote. Oh, it's so legendary. Thank you so much for this. Cheers. Such a good movie. Marfan's LDS EDS have a lot of same symptoms. No shit. See, and like I said, I went through medical school. I'd never heard of EDS before Eliza got it. It's wild. But even Eliza getting a diagnosis for it was a fucking, let's not even go there. Adopting a unicorn. Hot hit? No! Breathe. Get some water. Breathe. Get some water. What am I smoking? Oh my God, what did I grind up? I don't remember. I've got so many strains around me, though. I can just read them off to you. I've got Chem White. I've got Z Cubed, which is allegedly the genetics are Skittles and OZ Kush. I know I didn't grind that one. I've got Mac and Cheese. I've got Honeymoon Haze. I've got more Z Cubed Skittles. Apple Pie. And who are you? Really? Oh, there it is. It's on the top. I forgot. Jet Lotto, which is allegedly Jet Fuel and Gelato and TK23. Skittles is great. I know. That's why I have so much of it. It's such a good strain. I went to school with a girl and we worked together. We were pretty good friends in high school who could pull her neck skin like out to here. And she was skinny. Like it was straight up just skin. But she could grab this shit and like, and then it would go back. Wild. Wild. Nothing like a little jet fuel in the afternoon. Cheers. It went well. She said they have a new way of doing the surgery. That would only require some internal stitching. Oh no shit. And if all went well, she could go home same day. She could go home, but chose to stay the night. It's probably good to, I mean, with stuff like that, it's probably smart to stay the night if you can. If CK ever stops smoking weed, some people be out of jobs. You think so? I don't think so. People, dude, weed is so popular these days. Georgia Pie, Singapore Sling, and Blast Chiller. I've never had Singapore Sling. Isn't that a drink? I want to say that's a drink I've seen before. I've been getting Rainbow Belts 3.0, which has been 100 Rainbow Belts. I want to say I got Shatter called Rainbow Belts one time, and it was pretty decent. No shit, you can do the stretchy thing? I don't have any of that. I don't have EDS, but I am double jointed, like my elbows and my fingies and shit. And I got these wiggly joint shits. But I don't think that's anything. Nothing like y'all and your stretchy skins. My favorite strain right now is called Berry Sunset. It's a cross between, oh, I love blueberry and mandarin. And I swear it tastes and smells like waking up to someone making blueberry pancakes for breakfast. That is why I love the blueberry strain. No shit. I grew a few blueberry plants, allegedly, back in the day in a different state. And the plants smelled like blueberry pancakes or like blueberry muffins. Fuck, they smelled so good. Oh, no shit. I was getting iron infusions in my veins, had a bruise outline, like up the vein. Ew, does that go away? I bruise like a motherfucker, but I think that's just part of being born with a vagina sometimes. Y'all wake up with strange handprint bruises and shit all over you, right? Yeah. Cool. That's true. I do have mac and cheese. Where is that? What are you? Mac and cheese. It's named apparently because of the way it tastes. So sometimes they put the little like flavor profile, terpene flavor profile. It says cheddar milk creamy kush. Why does that sound so bad to set on fire? Allegedly 25.58% THC. You got any other info for me, mac and cheese? Oh, the parent strains are Mac, like MAC, and Alien Cheese. Yeah, right? Doesn't that sound disgusting? I don't know why I picked this one. My bowl is smoking itself one moment. I think I was just picking some new strains to try because they had nothing I recognized other than Skittles. Skittles is great. Oh, no shit. I'm hypermobile, but don't have EDS. My doctor's theory is that I'm carrier, so maybe you are too. I wonder. My little sister Sarah's joints fall out randomly all the time. Like her and Eliza have freakish amounts of things in common. But my sister, for instance, built just like me, super tall, really lanky, walking down a sidewalk, and like I think it was her knee or her hip just dislocated. Like she just crumpled like fucking paper. Her shit does that a lot more than mine. I've just got like this, the hypermobility you would call it, like my knees and joints and shit. I can pop out, but I've never had problems from it that I'm aware of. Is that how Marfan's is? Rainbow Belt Shatter, yes, it's the Shatter. It was so good. I haven't seen it in like years, but I haven't got Shatter in years, literally, because I haven't seen that one. I was pretty sure. I was pretty sure that's the one. The current plants look great, David. Literally, one of them is so fucking close to harvestable. I've been like stalking it. Like almost every time I take the dogs out, I go out there and kind of look at it. I'm just waiting for the moment because I swear to God, it's kind of like how an avocado ripens with weed. It's like one day, definitely not harvestable. The next day, oh my God, it's gone too far. It's all indica. Like, what the fuck? Or it's all CBD. What has happened? Like, as far as I can tell, because I didn't time like how long ago I planted these or anything, and I don't know what strains they were, et cetera, et cetera. You know, I just collected these seeds over years. Like, I have no idea if they're auto flowering or whatever. Thankfully, they're all females. But basically, you look at the bud on the plant and you look at the trichomes and the buds themselves and what color they are. The trichomes are the little hairs, and then the buds are like the buds. And the buds you want to be milky white, and the trichomes I think you want to be like 70% orange, 30% white. And that's when you cut the plant, trim all the leaves off, hang it to dry it. It's a little it's not always that way, but like yeah. Symptoms are super random in all people. I mean, that's why I kind of like lean towards most things being kind of either a spectrum themselves or on a spectrum because there's so much. Like for instance, just in the last year through you guys, I have learned how much crossover there is between ADHD and autism because I made a comment that my therapist told me like you've got some autistic traits, like no diagnosis, but like said that. And my sister's therapist told her she's a little aspy. No shit. I was like, Sarah, we don't use that word anymore. Tell your therapist. But like when we laughed about this, I started learning like, oh, you don't need a diagnosis for either. There's so much crossover between the two because brains are both very similar and so fucking unique and special and like everybody's so different. You can think very similar to someone who has autism and not be autistic. You know what I mean? Oh, really? They're classically very tall and lanky. Oh, you know what, Eliza? No shit. I wonder if that's something passed down in my family. Because my mom's side, all of the men look like basketball players, if you know the body type I'm talking about. Like, they all have kind of the lurch head, huge forehead, and they're just like 6'3", 6'4", and lanky. Just all lank. All of them. I wonder. I wonder. Or water cure. Oh, no shit, you don't hang them, you drown them? What? I can give myself a handshake behind my back, one hand going over the other. This one, I thought this is like a sign of health and that everybody had to do this. Wait, this is what you mean, right? Can not everyone do that? I totally, like, I do this once a day to make sure I'm not broken because I don't know why I was led to believe, like, this is something everybody should be able to do. Like, I thought this meant you were flexible. Nuh-uh. I'm shaking my hands, but I've got my hood stuck right now, but I'm holding my hands together behind me. I thought this was something you were just supposed to be able to do. Am I an idiot? Wow, I'm a medical professional. Is that scary to anyone else besides me right now? My wrist? Yes. Like like this? I mean, the nails kind of are making it look like I'm not, but yeah. What do you mean? I have that little tendon that apparently you don't need anymore. I can also fuck my wrist tendons. I'm so sorry. Is that weird? Normal. Okay, so this is a sign. This is hypermobility. Shut up. I had no idea. I'm not fucking. I really was like, I thought everybody should be able to do this. Huh. I've learned today. It means, I guess it's hypermobility. Touch my thumb to my forearm. If I squeeze it there, I can, but I can't, like, independently. Because I'm out of flexibility. But I can if I can like that. I feel like I'm going through a test. This is fun. What's next? What's next? No, I was just saying, so Knives, what I said was you know how, I don't know, I have like these little stupid things in my mind where I'm like, as long as I can do this, I haven't lost flexibility. I haven't lost mobility that I've had forever. So for instance, lay on your back and do like a crab walk kind of bridge thing. I don't crab walk, but I like do a bridge. That's a test of mine. This, holding my hands behind my back, I truly thought everybody could do this and did this like as a, oh yeah, I can stretch, but apparently people can't do this. This is stretchies. I didn't know. I feel like an ass. Not that I've ever gone at someone and been like, oh my god, you can't shake your own hand between your shoulder blades. Like, who would do that? It's just in my own head. Like, I do that every once in a while, like as a stretch when I'm running or something. And it's like, I'm still youthful. I can do this. I'm good. I didn't know. That's crazy. I wouldn't be shocked if I had connective issue shit, me or my sister, because both of us dislocate stuff constantly and just pop it back in, and we both got like the double jointies that we can roll around. I don't know. My little sister's got it even more than me. I think my little sister can do lay your hand flat the other way or something. We can both do the thumb, but there's another one, and it's gross. She can just do it willy nilly. I can't. Or is it the backwards elbow? I can't remember. It's gross. It's weird. I can't do that one. The far no shit. CJ, I really didn't know. I feel kind of magical now. I didn't know. Not too problem is you are too flexible. Well, that's what my doctor has told me, and I think I've talked about this with you guys before, but I have a weird kind of neurotic fear of my knees buckling backwards, which is why I do not run anywhere but like on dirt or grass. I don't fucking run. I run every day, but I don't run on like asphalt, cement, nothing. I refuse to because while running, I feel it. Like if I hit a slope or a divot that I wasn't aware of, I feel my knees start to go bloop and just start to like go back like a kangaroo or some shit. And I'm like, not today, Satan. And I just speed up and bend my knees and go faster. But like, that is a weird, because I can feel it. I know I could do it. I know it could just roll that way, and I don't want it to now. Like I don't know if it happens that way, but I know you guys know what I mean. Like, have you ever just stood in line for too long and you've buckled your legs and slowly you feel them start to just like bleep because it's stretching. My name's Katie. Want to be best friends? Look what I can do. Why are back scratchers even a thing? You know, I've honestly wondered why the fuck back scratchers are a thing. I can't do it like you guys. Like, this is as far as I can get with my skin. Is that the girl I'm talking from high school, she could like, I can't go that far. Is this stretchy? Am I stretchy? It looks weird in my camera. I kind of hate it. I've never done that. I don't like it. I don't want to do that. No, that's not. No, you're universe. People can do this. You're not fucking with me right now, right? I've had surgery on my face. Could be that. Oh my god, I'm like stretchy woman. Amazing. I didn't know. Eliza, another thing we have in common that's freakish and I hate. No shit. See, this is what you get for growing up with no friends. I had no one to ask or like sit around with and be like, hey, can you do this? See, that's what I was thinking because I've got that scar. I've got a pretty large scar from an incident when I was a child, but I thought this was a normal stretch simply because my reference was my friend in high school who could like, "Wah," and I was like, whoa, where does it come from? Crazy. That was my reference. So I really thought this was normal. I didn't know. Stretchy bitches unite. Let's go. Sometimes do you lay on the ground on your belly and itch the top of your head with your toes? With socks on, of course, because we're not filthy mongers. I know Eliza does. Water cure. Did I miss it? Oh, fuck. Don't fear that storm. I worked in a hospital for too long and it fucked me up, so now I fear literally everything. Here it is. Okay. Cut them, trim immediately, put the buds with a little branch on each into a jar of water. I seal the jars and, okay, you seal them, change the water 2 times a day. After 3 to 4 days, I take them out and hang them in front of a fan to dry. The day after, they're good to consume. That's amazing. The reasoning is that water is a far more soluble solution than air, while THC CBD is not water soluble. So I drain everything from the bud except from what I want. The downside is it also loses flavor and the water reeks. Oh my god, is it like bong water on crack? Ugh. Knives, you might be a stretchy person. Can you do this? You might be like me and you just didn't know. I thought this was just, I have fat cheeks, so I was like, oh, I just pull my cheek off. But allegedly, that's enough stretch. You don't need as much stretch as Armstrong. Ew. Oh. Bodies are gross. I'm sorry. I didn't know. See, I literally moved so much as a kid, and all my siblings obviously were like me. So, like, everybody in my family can do this. I feel like an ass. This one, I really do feel like an ass. I truly thought this was just like a physical test to, where did I get this mentality? I'm still holding hands. I don't know. But I really did wonder. My Nana had a back scratcher, and I always just thought it was because she was old. I was like, where's the spot you can't reach, though? Because I can, like, grab my shoulder with my hand. I can cousin it myself. Ah. I thought everybody could, though. I feel I feel like I need to go write in my journal. Dear diary, today I learned I stretch. This would explain nausea and vomiting. Dude, I live off those anti-nausea pills still that you gave me, and they were a miracle at Burning Man, by the way. I supplied many people with a good day. Allegedly. Most people can't stretch any skin. I kind of want to go pinch Zach, but he's doing a sponsored thing. This, I didn't know. Now I need to pinch people. And see, Eliza's the only person who I would literally feel okay asking if I could pinch her skin, and she's stretchy, so I have no fucking basis for not stretchy. God damn it! Queen, no, can you do this? Because allegedly, according to the stretchies, this is some stretch. I didn't know. I didn't know. Apparently, this is stretch. My reference was too bad. Was too small. Was too little. Was too much. Too much. I had a really crazy basis for the stretch, to be honest. And if you ever saw Eliza's double jointedness, mine doesn't look like shit. Like Eliza's arm has that like bend. Like that's my basis for EDS where I'm like, hey, I'm not that. I don't do that. We got them stretchies, bitches. I have a question. People with EDS heads, etc., do tattoos hurt a lot when you get them? Oh, that's a good question. I wonder. I've never. That is a bright ass. Oh, this is print this and put it. I'm feeling called out by this worksheet. Turn it off. All those little pictures is literally how I picture myself standing on a street. Except the bent over one. I'm not doing that on a regular basis, obviously. But like the leg backwards thing. EDS, I honestly believe EDS is probably a huge spectrum. Because there's a lot of people who like, I mean, I think Eliza's told me there are people who can't walk for fear of their joints just like buckling backwards and shit. Whereas there's a lot of us that just like feel it happening. And as long as we take care of it, it's not too bad. But like, for instance, when I was like 16 or whatever, I ran my body into a tree snowboarding and dislocated my shoulder. And from that time on, my shoulder falls out now. Because according to my doctor, that one time dislocating stretched those tendons and they didn't ever stretch back. Because y'all have enlightened me, I'm a stretchy person. I didn't know. But apparently that happens. And so once the damage is done, it's just like fuck arm. Like it can fall out if I throw a baseball too hard or something. It's pretty stupid. Beth has taught me a lot about it too. That's another thing. Beth has EDS, which is crazy because we've been friends for fucking years. How do I know so many people with this shit? See, and my rib fell out that one time, but that was some violence, kind of. Shading was the worst part, but it wasn't pain. More so the vibrations making the bones jiggle and uncomfortable. Oh, that is such a good visceral description. No shit. There are 13 types of EDS, and each EDS has its own spectrum for sure. And I'm sure they probably have crossover, right? I'm fairly disabled with it. It's why I'm getting a spinal fusion. Oh my God. But other people don't have major problems from it. Other people are bedbound. That's So, like, the ligaments in your spine wobble like a snake? Like, are you like those, like, blow-up things outside of car dealerships? It's how I picture inside your body right now. I'm so sorry. What the fuck? L5 and SY1 are wobbly? Holy shit, bitch. Oh, fuck. Get that shit fused. Oh, that is terrifying. That is... I don't think I've ever had anything fall out that bad. I mean, I did have to go to the ER for my rib. But that was pain. Like, they couldn't do anything about it. I just wanted to die. She be infused. Oh my God, CJ, dude, how was your recovery from getting your L5 and S1 fused? How was it? Yeah. Tell us your story. What's the difference between EDS? What is HEDS? I think I missed that one. I think I missed like the definition of that one. Muscle stuff is terrible. Yeah, muscle stuff, dude, ligament stuff. Yeah, I'd take a break over that. Isn't that why a sprain is worse than a break, C-Town? Yeah. I've heard that my whole life, but until I went through school, I didn't quite understand why, and I think that's it. Muscles and ligaments and shit, if they heal, take like exponentially more time and usually don't heal as well as bone.
Stretchies fucking unite. What's up?
Eliza, maybe this makes sense why our bodies are just legs. Oh, okay. Oh, no shit. Okay, so HEDS, for those listening and caring, HEDS is hypermobile EDS type 3. CEDS is classical EDS. And that's what you and probably Beth have and shit. People who are like actually physically impaired on a daily basis because of it, right? It's excellent. Not everyone. I mean, I honestly, up until literally the past hour, I was in your club. Like, can we still be friends? I didn't know I was a stretchy. Like, I didn't know. I went to medical school. I didn't know. I just thought I was bendy. I'll never forget you, man. Remember when we didn't stretch? No, because I've always stretched, apparently. As type number, interesting. Bunch of Gumbies, no shit. My dad used to call me Gumby. My stepdad. Stretchy powers, super stretchers. What? No. They can all be equally debilitating, but some of the other forms can drastically reduce lifespan due to vein elasticity. Fuck that. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. What's up? I see you lurking like a weird haunted Victorian child over there. How you doing, baby girl? What's up? Vein elasticity. So, your vessels of your body, meaning anything that carries like any vein, artery, whatever, they are constructed of a connective tissue that actually dilates and constricts based on hormones and whatever the fuck's going through your system. So, if you ever hear someone say a vasodilator, that is a drug that is going to cause your veins to enlarge and get really big to allow maximum like flow, but obviously, well, probably not obviously, going to lower blood pressure, things like that. And what can happen is if you lose that elasticity, you lose the ability for your body to alter your blood pressure, heart rate, etc., based on your current like status of health. And some of those things are quite vital, and they're like signs of people getting sick and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Dude, can't. This little shit right here. What are you doing? What are you doing, bud? They got to go hang out at Rod's house last night with other dogs, so they are so sleepy and precious. So, like, aortic aneurysm is quite common. My grandpa literally survived 2 of those. Crazy. First time, like, survived. Second time, wheelchair bound. Had a stroke and passed away a few years later, but damn, I know. And I remember it all happening, but didn't know really what it was, until I went through school and learned what an aortic aneurysm was. And I was like, that motherfucker survived, like, the trunk exploding in his chest? I'm sorry. What? Twice? My grandpa must have, like, really wanted to live. I don't know, dude. That's, like, intense. Yeah, your aorta, like, the big main fucking artery coming off your heart, supplying your body with oxygenated blood. I don't know how. We flew to Vegas. That's all I remember. I was, like, 3 the first time. The will to live, it's a true thing, dude. And the second time, honestly, I think he passed away because he was in a wheelchair and he lost his, like, his autonomy as a human. And my grandpa was like, he was a mechanic. He was like a shop rat kind of guy. And once he lost the ability to walk around and do whatever he wanted, his spirit just like, who is sad. But damn, what a fucking survivor. Crazy. He's a survivor. He's gonna go get him. Hello, Bubba. Hello, my babies. Oh, yes, you're very cute. You're very cute. They don't build them like that no more. No, we don't exist like that anymore. Like, have you ever heard that song by Bo Burnham? I think it's just called 30. There's a line in it when he's like, oh God, how does it go? I don't want to ruin it. Hold on. Aren't they? I love them. They're such doofuses, but God, they're precious, and I do love them. There is such a good line in it, and I don't want to ruin it. Hold on 1 second. I shall play it. It's really good. It's the part when he says, like, I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to misquote it. It's about his granddad and being 27 or whatever. Hold on. You know the one. It's great, but man, it hits so hard. Because I think about it and I'm like, what the fuck have I done? Like, my grandpa literally got married, had 4 daughters, and went through World War II and 2 aortic aneurysms. And like I get sad spontaneously, or like my palms sweat for no reason. You know what I'm saying? The scope is sometimes a little rough. Yeah, with the birdhouse. Exactly. I can't remember how it starts. I don't want to ruin it, but it's so good. It's true. My grandparents, like for all their faults, I miss them. I could have the realest conversation with my Nana over a gin and tonic, and regardless of her personal beliefs, like, she would sit there and play devil's advocate and have a real conversation up until, the last year when she started losing her mind. And I just don't feel like anyone outside of our community and a few other precious communities on Twitch, I don't feel like there's a space where you can just sit down and have a conversation with someone without them attacking you and trying to convince you of their side or something. And it's sad. I don't know why. Oh my God, medical shit on TikTok is fucking foul. Like, if anything, there's a few people that go on TikTok and debunk shit. TikTok has just turned into 5-minute crafts across the board. Even the cooking shit is a fucking joke. 100% mittens. Like, I can't bear it. I watch, like, dermatologists who go through TikToks and say, like, that's going to ruin your skin. That's going to burn your skin off. Do not put that in your eyes. Oh my God, don't do that. Because that gives me, like, faith in the world. But there's so many people out there that just want to create something that grabs people's attention for 30 seconds that they don't realize the fucking damage they can do. It's crazy. Crazy. This song. Okay. That was so loud. Everyone's dead. It's fine. Autoplay will haunt me until I fucking die. I'm sorry. Let's all take a moment. Autoplay is the bane of my existence. The internet is the truth. You can't lie on the internet. You can't lie on the internet. It's just facts. It's just facts. The only things you can type on the internet or say. I was born on the moon. Okay, I restarted the song. I'm sorry. Autoplay haunts me. It's not going to be super loud. It's called 30, and it's a song about turning 30, but there's a line in it about his, like, I just don't want to ruin it. So I'm just going to play it. It's really good. I'm sorry. Please play. Thank you so much. What? No. The fucking eye booger he just left on me. Yuck. No. In retrospect, a bit too much now. All these fucking Zoomers are telling me that I'm out of touch. And now my stupid friends are having stupid children. Stupid children. My stupid friends are having stupid children. My stupid friends are having stupid children. Stupid, bonking, ugly, boring children. Such a fucking piece of gold. So, that's the line was, uh, when he was 27, my granddad fought in Vietnam. When I was 27, I built a birdhouse with my mom. Oh, fuck. How am I 30? I'm not 30 yet. um, but hearing that line is just like, oh, perspective is good. Perspective is good. It's a good time. Seatown, I'm so thankful, like, eternally. I've never had to serve in a war, and I've never had to serve permanent, like, period. And I will never not be grateful for that. I've gotta get sober. Is it sad? I often think of the lyrics, paranoia, paranoia, only stupid people are breeding. Is it on purpose? The breeding part? I don't know. I got that dollar. I know this was like an hour ago, but it finally buffered. I think it's because it's indie day in the other room, so I'm losing all my bandwidth. But there's a really good song. Showing off them fucking pockets. She knows what we care about. We're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Your nipples are covered. Does it have pockets? Wait, okay. Do you have a link? Because now I need to know. But first. Blame Genova. I had no idea. What the fuck? Third nipple just sounds like a bonus. You know, in my experience, every third nipple I've ever seen, it's like kind of just off. You know? It's like there's a nipple, and then there's like, I don't have anything awkwardly shaped. Like then there's like a nipple. And you're just kind of like, yummy, yummy, what happened? They're a little different. I'd still play with it, but more of like a than a blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? More like a fidget toy when I'm going to sleep at night or something.
I mean, the most wonderful person in the world, ClassyKatie.
Cocky, that's what I was saying. I thought she was in Les Mis. I've never seen it, but I was convinced she was in it. Eliza, thank you so much for fucking gifting us up to Bashful Red Panda. Bashful Red Panda, use a bubble, which is the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Wait, yes, Meryl Streep. Wait, what? What Meryl Streep? Meryl Streep can sing. I'm pretty positive. Hold on, I missed a link. Hold up. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come on you back? What? Isn't this the one we just saw? What happened? This one currently playing? This current song or the last one? The last one was Mariana Cross. This one's called Spillways, both by Ghost. The band Ghost, or they just go by Ghost, but they used to be called the band Ghost or whatever. They're pretty entertaining. They kind of have like a whole gimmick of being like a Satan worshiping church clergy. So like every album they have a new lead singer, quote unquote. It's the same guy, but he has like a new getup, and sometimes he's a cardinal, sometimes he's like a different kind of pope thing. I don't know how else to describe it. You gotta watch the music videos for Ghost. I don't know. There's like a whole like little lore to them, I guess. Like the band itself, like all the musicians other than the singer, change out kind of regularly, and it's oftentimes very famous people. Like Dave Grohl has been in the band, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And oftentimes people like to look at the rings of the players and try to guess who they are because they're all wearing ghoul masks, so you can't tell who the fuck they are. They're pretty great. They have like I really like their older stuff. It's a lot more metal. This album's pretty good, and a lot of their older stuff. Everything that was like Cardinal Copia, I can't remember the albums exactly, but they just were really a little slower and poppier. Weren't really my jam. What album was it? Rats? Was it the album Rats? No. I don't remember. It just wasn't my favorite, but it was still dank. Like, I love all their shit. But yeah, check out Ghost if you can. They're fantastic. This is literally this list we've been listening to today is just called This Is Ghost from Spotify because the internet's been a little fuckery. Not really fuckery, but yeah, they're great. They've got slow stuff, fast stuff. Actually, I think their newest album that either has come out or is coming out is all covers, but it's great. Like, their covers are really fucking good. They're well done. I may be a little biased, but they are really good. Have y'all heard Edel Kane, Preacher's Daughter album? What? Edel Kane? What is that? Edel, am I saying that right? Twitch Mobile's been weird for the stream. It keeps refreshing over and over. I finally made it to lurk a little. No shit, Vile, for the past, like, month, if I try to watch Zach's stream, it just freezes, like, every 5 minutes for me. I have to put it on the quality of, like, 480. And that's while I'm not streaming or anything. I don't know if it's Twitch or what. But it is indie Saturday or whatever, so he's downloading little games all day long, which could take up some bandwidth. But mobile sucks, right? Like, mobile is literally the piss. Every time I use it, I'm just like, holy shit. There's actually a good portion of both mine and Zach's streams of our audience, like of our communities who watch on mobile regularly. Like, you are impenetrable people. I hope you know that. You survived COVID because COVID can't take you out. Nothing can. Do you get freezing on other channels? I've gotten it on Zach's. Not on mobile, just on PC. It just freezes, like the stream does, and then it reloads itself and buffers. It's weird. I don't know why. But on the tablet, for me, it's across the board, so maybe it's something. I don't know then. Has mobile been weird? I wonder if they're gonna finally fucking update that piece of shit app. We got a video. I can't remember. Did you share this one? This is, it's Ariana Grande and Kelly Clarkson. And regardless of your views on their music or either of them, like, life, you are a percussionist and you're paid to jingle bells and stare at Ariana Grande and Kelly Clarkson's asses with a smile. Yeah, I'd be stoked. He's like the flute guy. Dude, doesn't it? So migrants, no shit. I noticed that as well. Doesn't it look like she's putting in less effort when she just starts fluting off in her little, like, shit notes that we can't even imagine versus the more, like, normal soprano notes? It looks like she's struggling to do those. I have no idea who did that song. I have no clue. I'm really bad at that, though. It says From When Christmas Comes Around on NBC. That's all it says. Who did it? Who did it? Yes, she definitely has. She is. I mean, someone said it earlier. She is like modern day. I mean, not that Mariah Carey is not modern day Mariah Carey, but she is very much. Her voice is so similar to Mariah Carey in just those effortless notes that are dumb. How? Do you know it's actually easier on the voice to warble the notes than stay in a pure note? No shit. Is it because when you do that, when you're doing vibrato, you're like relaxing the vocal cords, kind of? That's interesting. I wonder. Here's the Anne Hathaway one. Apparently it's old, but God damn it, I closed it. I got it. It's fine. I didn't know that bitch could sing. I'm so impressed. So this is her singing She's Me, Pal. I don't know what that is. Jesus Christ on a kid. Like, I don't know. As good as she could being human? Because isn't the original got like all sorts of notes happening at the same time? Like you have two throats or some shit? From what I understood, but I haven't seen that movie in a bit. I haven't seen one like that hits more how? Oh no shit. Rex says the original's dubbed over. There's actually 3 singers. I didn't know that. Oh, Sorlin, did I fucking miss one? Bitch. God, hold on. Fuck a cock. Please no. Oh, no. Oh. Yes. Dude, the song is beautiful. Wait, have we seen this one? Doesn't this one do it? I think you've shared this one before, and this one literally I had to get up and walk away. Is this the one where I got up and walked away? This looks super familiar. I have feelings like I'm gonna get up and walk away. Like, in anger at how good I tea on a hot day that is lovely and has a breeze. I don't know. She's just so nice. Even if she's not into the music, she's not a mean person about it. I don't know. I just really enjoy her. Are they like meant to be aliens or something? Shh. We weren't supposed to talk about that. We weren't supposed to talk about that. She is really fantastic. He thinks he's Bowie and just goes with it. Oh, absolutely not. Dude, her hair is always a fucking treat. I'm so jealous of her beautiful, beautiful fiery red hair. It's fire. It's literal fire. She's so fucking gorgeous. What was the like the Numa Numa song? They remixed Billie Eilish and Seventh. She wasn't. Wait, no, no, we can't end on that. No, I was gonna end on an Estepario. I can't. That's just a terrible. It has to be a good note. I can't. What? No. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that though. That seems mean. No shit, Sexton, I'm so jealous. My hair turns it's just black, brown, and with a lot of silver these days. We don't get cool colors. Hold on, I have to hear Trololo guy. I don't know who. Oh. Okay, but for real. A good note. It's about time for me to take off and fucking love on my dogs and take them out and do things with them. But I was trying to leave you with on a good note of like El Estepario or something. And I just can't pick what. You haven't seen El Estepario. You don't even know. Bottom, what's that? No, what's that? No, do you know what that is, Sronlin? Did you look, what's that? But apparently those are words, and that's fascinating to me. It's like the click language in some part of Africa that my dumb American brain can't remember. But Trevor Noah can sing the song where they actually he speaks the click language, where people actually like click as a form of a letter in the language. It's fucking awesome. It's so cool. But I cannot even conceptualize it because my dumb American brain and ears, I'm trying to stretch them. I wish I wasn't, I know. Being English, it's like, hola, como esta? Me llama Catalina E2. And there we end. There we're done now. Dos más cervezas, por favor. Cuando los baños, puta. Chinga los banana. I'm surprised y'all didn't know the meme about the blah, blah, blah guy, because that's one of the, like, I don't know. I thought that one was more legendary. Maybe I just roll in weirder circles. El Biblioteca. Okay, I picked a video. My dog is staring at me. This is Ellis Tapario. If you've never seen him before in your life, he's fantastic. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Of course, it was awesome. I'm a loadable and have a last cheers with you because you deserve better. Where the fuck? I keep losing my grinder. It's too small. Kiss your pussies. Love your dogs. Clean your vagines. Be good to yourself. Tomorrow, we're going to watch that chick react to the awesome opera stuff because I'm excited. What is her name? The something. What is her name? The channel name. Her channel name. I wanted to say it one more time in case people wanted to go watch her videos because she's seriously a very, very sweet human being and I love her. The charismatic voice. Thank you. Yes. The charismatic voice. She's just a really uplifting person. She listens to like all music. She has reviewed so many genres, I can't even name them. She's really, really cool. So I highly suggest checking her out if you want to, if you're looking for something to watch. And someone who reacts to some pretty awesome shit. Fuck. Cheers. my original username before I mattered, like in the Wild West of the internet, was Wretched Renee, middle name Renee, Wretched from a Nine Inch Nails song. So we were all pathetic little emo children. It's fine. I forgot that he was doing. I forgot that was the double to single pedal, as well as incorporating more sticks in constantly. I completely forgot that. That shit is just fucking sick to me. Oh my god, can you imagine that man as a bard? Nat 20, 100%. Like, I feel like that's just default for someone like that. He'd have to be. I don't think he could be on. I don't think he'd have to be like a god in D&D or something like that. You know, he couldn't be a basic. He's already like level 20,000 or something. Dude, percussionist bard could be pretty sick. I haven't seen that in Baldur's Gate. But on that note, I have to take off and walk my dogs and take them outside because they're barking and they're anxious and it's our time. But thank you for hanging out. Tomorrow, I want to watch the charismatic voice. I remembered, haha, of all those opera people trying to do the Fifth Element because I think it's gonna be really entertaining and maybe we'll do something else. I don't fucking know. We do whatever the fuck we want to do. But clean your bong and your water bottle. I know you're ashamed of it. Clean that shit. It's disgusting. Take care of yourself. Take your meds. Take your joy. Take a walk. I don't know. Get some air. Or don't, because the outside is scary and the inside is safe and we don't get sick here. But on that note, bye. I love you. Cheers.